play something. Play something neutral, you know, someone that get black. Don't play something.
From Big Fat Matty.
Play something mixed. Play it, it's alright.
Remember the cold supper shop that you used, Mr. Pat? You could have eat anything. It was like your granny cooking. Corn dumpling and ackee from Big Fat Matty. Stew peas and rice. So really tastes nice. And now our ice cream stand taking over the land. Junk food pulling up the place. This is another disgrace. Junk food pulling up the place. And now good food that go to waste. Strawberry ice cream, ice cream, hot dog ice cream, living the American dream. Junk food pulling up the place. This is another disgrace. Junk food pulling up the place. And now good food that go to waste. You know that sweet will run teeth, but it's only ice cream you're gonna get to eat. Looks on the corner taking the scene, puffing up your belly with ice cream. The scene get mean, run your mouth, but your belly might bust. Gunshot clap. One of your friends drop. It's a road runner time, leaving your ice cream behind. Junk food pulling up the place. This is another disgrace. Junk food pulling up the place. And now good food that go to waste.
We can go a little bit to the right.
Follow fashion is the order of the day. Can't get no food, that is what them say. Miss Matty shop, have to move. Granny cooking, out and move. The disc jockey say, announcing the opening of an ice cream stand in the parish of St. Anne. Next month is Westmoreland and the next one in Clarendon. Watch out Portland. Strawberry ice cream, raspberry ice cream, and them are very way. And you know see, a junk food pulling up the place. This is another disgrace.
We're not sure if it changed. We're not sure where I'm at, you know. Yeah, it look like something else I pick up. Yeah, that I realize. I know the computer, I try. And that my thing. But I try. When I see where it do that, I try to pick out how it go.
shop.
Welcome, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us at the Rio Nuevo Village. We are seeing you coming in one by one, so we really appreciate the time that you are taking and that you have taken to make it to this really gorgeous site. Historical, there's so much to talk about Rio Nuevo Village, and you'll hear more from the proprietor later on today. David Wilson will be joining us in just a few minutes to tell us a little bit about the history of this place, but also to tell us about the Rio Nuevo Village itself. I want to thank you all for coming in. Really appreciate the time. We're going to be doing a few things today, right? And we'll come back officially to reintroduce the event. But we're first going to be doing acoustics with For the Hard Way, Leon Duncan, Shenea Nicholson, Jiggsy, and Dale Haslam. Leon Duncan, a.k.a. Mandela, and Dale Haslam have been guitarists with Ernie Ranglin, and you know that's Uncle Ernie for us. Jiggsy is still laughing because we had a conversation just now off camera and off mic and off the record that we can't talk much about. But we talked about the song Hallelujah and whether it is a gospel song or not a gospel song. So you can all look up the lyrics in the meantime and have the conversation with Jiggsy afterwards, right? Because that is a whole lot of philosophical discussion. So we are gathered at the beautiful, we're in the valley. The mountains are in front of us. We're literally in a valley, Rio Nuevo Valley, Rio Nuevo Village. So the mountains are right around us. The sea is to our left, and the river is to our right. We are really in the middle of where the river meets the sea. You'll hear much more about that. We want to kick things off. My name is Kabu, by the way. Thank you so much once again for coming in. Thanks to the entire team, thanks to David Wilson. We can't say how much we really appreciate and love our brother David Wilson. He is such a really fine brother. He, from the very beginning, dreamt and conceptualized just such a gathering. And we have been talking about this for years, many years, but here we are now, launching today a series of events here at the Rio Nuevo Village, 582 Hertz, and you'll hear more about that later on as you go along, because we're changing the frequency, we're balancing the thing, we're shifting the narrative, and we are creating our own reality. We're not living in anyone's reality. Thanks once again to the entire team. Mutabaruka is here. Professor Verene Shepherd is here. David Wilson is here for the hard way. They are here and they are ready for an acoustic session, right? Dale Haslam, maybe Dale can give us an idea of what this session is going to include. But we have with us, as I said, for the hard way, Shenea Nicholson, Jiggsy, Dale. Dale, I'm going to walk over because I want you to just give me an idea of what is going to be incorporated in this acoustic session. Look here, Dale didn't even think that we were going to plug into anything. Dale said, we just come to do acoustics, and we love that, yeah.
Well, today we'll be doing a little bit of singing. Some great songs from Jamaica, from Martha Griffiths, Bob Marley, and the list goes on. You know, it's all acoustic vibes today. Shenea from Edna Manley, Jiggsy's around town, one of the top singers on the North Coast. Mr. Mandela is a great bass player from Mr. Ranglin, and myself too. But we are both trying to play the guitar today. We're going to try to do a fantastic job.
And I welcome all the guitarists in the crowd because I know you're here. Good morning, good afternoon, welcome, welcome. We're looking forward to that. So it's over to you for the hard way acoustic session. And by the way, we're streaming live. We're streaming live, so send a link to your friends and family across the world. It's 582, capital H, common Z, capital T, common V. 582 HZ TV. And we're also streaming on Kemar TV. No? DJ Kemar TV. I know I saw Roger Hasfall just now. Roger, Roger, where we're streaming on, sir? Please tell us you don't start streaming yet. All right, when Roger starts streaming, we'll hear more. But it's over to 4 the hard way for an acoustic session. Okay, so we need the mic? Okay, who need my microphone? Jiggsy. So Jiggsy, I'm going to hold it for you, or you're going to hold it? How are we going to do Jiggsy's microphone? Papa Kervin? Papa Kervin is here. I'm looking forward to Papa Kervin. Jiggsy. I'm going to hold the mic for the time being. Jiggsy, after this, you're going to have to sing Hallelujah for me. Oh, really?
After that discussion, it's only fitting that I give you a piece of this Hallelujah song. And you figure out the rest for yourself, okay? I heard there was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do you? It goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the barefoot king composing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Beauty in the moonlight overthrew you. She tied you to the kitchen chair. She broke you down. She pulled your hair. And from your lips she drew that hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. No, maybe I've been here before. I've seen the room and I've walked the floor. I used to live alone before I knew you. I've seen your flock on the marble arch, and love is not some victory march. It's cold and it's a broken hallelujah. Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah.
What an enlightenment. Clap them. This is beautiful, isn't it? I know Papa Kervin, I see you, my brother. Welcome, greetings, how you do? Oh, come say hello while them set up the mic stand that you carry. This is an event where we're going to be talking philosophically with Muta. Muta is here. Muta said there before, we not gonna say no. Papa Kevin, how you do?
Me good, me giving thanks.
Welcome. You carry Mike Stanley, them turn it back for carry Mike Stan.
No, well, I said go.
I know.
I think me carry all it.
So this is...
Said greetings, Muta.
Papa Kevin, let them know where you're coming from. Give me one, because they're setting up themselves. So, there you go. So Muta say it for you.
Which part?
Mr. Boney, tell them a little bit about that connection you have, because you're Boney M.
Well, I play a lot of drums in that formation, the Bonnie M formation. Well, a whole heap of the drums them you hear is me play the drums.
Like on which songs?
Well, about 90% of the drums them is me play it.
Give me one of the songs, if anything to pay me.
What song is it?
We sung that. Muta, we sung that. Muta, help me. Muta. We sung that.
Rasputin.
Okay.
You know what?
Yes.
This producer was original, you know.
No, Papa Kirby. You ready for me, Dale? For the hard way. Papa Kirby, listen.
Love, yeah.
Enough love. For the hard way.
Oh, pirate, yes, they rob I, sold I to the merchant ship. Minutes after they took I from the bottomless pit, but my hand was made strong by the hand of the Almighty. We forward in this generation triumphantly. Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption song. Redemption song.
Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. I've no fear for atomic energy. None of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? Is all I ever had. Redemption song. Redemption song. Emancipate yourselves from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. I've no fear for atomic energy. None of them can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets while we stand aside and look? Some say it's just a part of it. We got to fulfill the book.
Won't you help to sing these songs of freedom? is all I ever had. Redemption song, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song, redemption song. I would have given you all of my heart, but there is someone who tore it apart, and she has taken almost all that I have. But if you want, I'll try to love again. Baby, you can't turn a key without love. Oh yeah, the first cut is the deepest. Oh yeah, the first cut is the deepest. But when it comes to being lucky people, when it comes to loving me, people, but when it comes to being lucky people, that's how I know that the first cut is the deepest. Oh yeah, the first cut is the deepest. Just to have you by my side, just to help you dry the tears that I cried. And I'm sure that I will give you a try. That if you know, I'll try to love again. Baby, you can't turn a key without love. Oh yeah, the first cut is the deepest. Oh yeah, the first cut is the deepest. The first cut is the deepest. Oh yeah, first cut is the deepest. First is the.
Stop sending flowers to your apartment. Said you won't around much anymore. I stopped dropping by without an appointment. I heard laughter coming through your door. Sometimes late at night you still call me before you close your eyes to sleep. No, I made a vow that I would drop by you sometimes. That's a promise I can keep. 'Cause I love you too much to ever stop liking you. Keep the story as it is. Girl, I love you too much to ever stop wanting you. Don't expect me to be your friend. Yeah. Thank you. From the legendary Cool Ruda. Tell her try your best to make it quick. Come attend to the scene. There must be something she can do. His heart is broken in two. Tell her it's a case of emergency. There's a patient by the name of Jiggsy. My night nurse, only you alone can quench this thirst. My night nurse, oh gosh, all the pain is getting worse. I'm hurt, my love, I don't wanna see no doc. Need attendance from my nurse around the clock. There is no prescription for me. She's my one and only remedy. My night nurse, only you alone can quench these thirst. My night nurse, oh God, all the pain is getting worse. I'm hurt, my love. See, I don't wanna see no doc. Need attendance from my nurse around the clock. There is no prescription for me. She's my one and only remedy. My night nurse, only you alone can quench this thirst. My night nurse, oh gosh, all the pain is getting worse. I'm hurt, my love, and I'm sure no doctor can cure.
To you, my cries are perfidious. Salem and my dreams are faded like a broken melody. The gods of love look down and laugh at what romantic fools we mortals be. And now I know my love was not for you, and so I take it back with a sigh. Perfidious one, goodbye. With the Salem in my dreams are faded like a broken melody. While the gods of love look down and laugh at what romantic fools we mortals be. And now I know my love was not for you, and so I take it back with a sigh. Perfidious one, goodbye. Goodbye. How much I love you.
By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and there we wept when we remembered Zion. By the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and there we wept when we remembered Zion. For the wicked carried us away, captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha song in a strange land? For the wicked carried us away, captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha's song in a strange land? Ah, 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 ah. So let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, oh, for I. So let the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable in thy sight, oh, for I. No, by the rivers of Babylon, where we sat down, and there we met, when we remembered Zion. For the wicked carried us away, captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha song in a strange land? For the wicked carried us away, captivity required from us a song. How can we sing King Alpha song in a strange land? Okay, so we got one more song to go before we turn over. And this one is from Robert Nesta Marley. Irrespective of everything, don't worry about a thing. It's all about one love. One love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright, yeah. One love, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright, yeah. Let them all pass all their dirty remarks.
One love.
Here is one question I would really like to ask.
One heart.
Is there a place for the hopeless sinners who have hurt all mankind just to save his own? Believe me, one love, one heart, let's get together and feel alright, yeah. One love, one heart, give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. One more thing, let's get together to fight this only Armageddon. When the man comes, there'll be no more dues, yeah. Have pity on those whose chances grow thinner. There is no hiding place but the Father of creation. Believe me, one love. What about the one heart?
One heart.
What about the let's get together and feel alright? As it was in the beginning,
One love.
so shall it be in the end. Alright.
Praise to the Lord.
And I will feel alright. And give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel alright. Let's get together and feel alright. I give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. I wonder.
For the hard way, for the hard way. They're coming from the tutelage of our Uncle Ernie Ranglin, and they did not disappoint. Thank you so much, Dale. Thank you, Mandela. Thank you, Jiggsy. Thank you, Shenea, for the hard way. We're going to be, thank you so much. Brilliant, brilliant performances. And we did relearn something today. We learned a whole lot today. Not least of all is exactly what the song Hallelujah means. Thank you so much for that. All right. There's so much, as I told you before, so much to learn about and to know about this venue, this beautiful, lush green space that we are now occupying. And this is owned and operated by David Wilson. David Wilson is a Garveyite. He is one of the most conscious entrepreneurs in Jamaica, if not in the diaspora. His consciousness has led him to acquire this space, which has a whole lot of history, which represents every single element, every single aspect of our history. And the historian, Professor Verene Shepherd, is here. She can vouch for that. So I'll leave her for when she comes, she'll vouch for that. But this is the truth of it. And so David is going to come right now. He's also the facilitator of the event today. This has been in the works for a very long time. We met David many moons ago, and we've done so much here. But this is something that we've talked about for years and years. And finally, we're launching this series of events today. 582, remember we're streaming live. Tell your family, tell your friends. 582 TV, HZ TV, and as David comes. And also we're streaming on Memories Hometown Media. I'm looking right at, there you go, Roger Hasfall is in the house. Roger, what was it? MHT, so Roger is, okay. Come on, I'm going to take you on the microphone. MHTmedia.net. We're streaming there. We're streaming also, as I said before, on 582HZ TV Live. Also on Kemar, DJ Kemar TV. So we're all over the place. So once again, we welcome to the podium our facilitator for this event, a visionary, a Garveyite, a critical thinker, a very deep thinker, David Wilson. A big round of applause for David, who will tell us a little bit more about the history of this venue. My brother, my friend, David Wilson.
Yes, good afternoon. It is such an honor to be here. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. You know that is a praise. It's a praise. And it was so awesome how they started by giving a praise. Because we have so much to be thankful for, right? Yes, I agree. Emancipation for yourself from mental slavery. Professor, I'm going to start with the history, a local history of this place. Welcome, Professor. Kabu, Mutabaruka. I met his lovely wife just a while ago. Yes, it's a pleasure. So, this parcel of land was once occupied by persons who enslaved us. Largest pitch tobacco for control of Jamaica. 1655 in part took place here. And today we're here gathering we can express ourselves, because we're going to do some poetry today. Yeah, express ourselves in our own language, Professor just said, right? Yes. And we take so much for granted at times, not realizing the price that those before us paid, even just to gather. Right? And to have the freedom of expression, because we're going to express ourselves today by speaking. And you don't have to ask permission to speak. And so I hope that everyone will leave here with another level of consciousness and not take, how would I say, not simple, not take this for granted. We don't have a lot of loud music. Wow, that was so awesome, right? But the words of the song, I was listening to Bob's words, and wow, you know, just such depth. Huh? Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. You know, enlightening your thought process the way it should be. Don't allow your thoughts to oppress you. Because everything that exists derives from a thought. Everything that exists derives from your thought. I see some young people here. Guard your hearts and mind. Guard your thoughts. Watch what you expose yourself to. What you see, what you hear. That platform is being set. It's a different control now. You get it? Yes. You have to be mindful of that. So without further ado, I'm not going to hold your time. This is now operates as an attraction. It's licensed by Jamaica Tourist Board. We do different activities. It's accessible to locals also. It's not just for people that come in from overseas. And when I say accessible, mean that you can afford it. It's not beyond your reach then, huh? Okay. And so you're welcome. Bring the little ones. And it's a safe environment. Okay? All right. So I am looking forward to the poetry. I've discussed this for a long time, and I am very selective as to the type of events I allow here. And I am really looking forward to this. Bless you, enjoy yourself, have a good day, and you can come back for, you know where the location is now. I heard it's being live stream. Kabu, I'm not a TV person, you know. All right, so welcome and enjoy yourself. Bless.
Thank you so much, David Wilson. I call him David, my brother and my friend. As he said before, this is a place, and we've been saying it all day, this is historical. This is a historical site. And there's so much to learn about this place. I know we're going to hear more when Professor Verene Shepherd comes on, because she knows the history. And David just told you, this was a place where our ancestors were enslaved. This is a place where they fought for freedom. This is a place that we were not allowed to gather, just as David said just now. So welcome once again. Thank you so much for coming in. So here is what we're about to do. For the next session, the next segment of the program, we're going to be hearing from Mutabaruka and his poetry. So, and right after that, we'll have a discussion with Muta. This is a philosophical reasoning, as we said before, 5H2, shifting the paradigms, changing the narrative. Muta is a philosopher. He's a sage. He's a poet. He's an author. He is a radio broadcaster. He was all of these before he became a radio broadcaster. Radio was a natural transition for Muta. One of the things, and I said this earlier, one of the things that really impacts us as younger people and as youth. I was talking to the youth just yesterday, And a conversation we had is the extent to which Muta has impacted their lives for the better. We have been talking about that with awe. And also the fact that still in Jamaica, I'm going to say it, I'm, kind of trying not to say it, but I'm going to say it, that he's not given the kind of respect that he deserves in this island. And one of the reasons for that is that Jamaica doesn't respect its own. And so Jamaica doesn't necessarily lift up philosophers from Jamaica. Jamaica would rather go and lift up a European who turns out to be a pedophile. And everybody's trying to make, what's his name? Noam Chomsky. And everybody now is trying to make all kinds of excuses for him. But right here on the island, our own philosophers, we do not give that credit. I challenge the authorities, academia, and the powers that be, the ministries and so on, to look again at our own as we are looking at Mutabaruka today. I said earlier this morning that Mutabaruka is the Amilcar Cabral of our times. And I'm very, very serious about this. You go and read Amilcar Cabral again. And the way we lift up Amilcar Cabral now, only within the diaspora and only within the black community, still Amilcar Cabral is fighting to find his own place, even in death. In the same way, Mutabaruka is the Amilcar Cabral of this time, and we welcome him to the stage right now. We're going to have a conversation later on with reasonings, but for the time being, Muta is going to be reading his poetry. A big round of applause, please, for Mutabaruka. Mutabaruka. Okay, we need a microphone for Muta so he can move around. Okay, here we go. Oh, you want one? Okay. So Muta is afraid this one will shock him. So, and he's the one that's going to shock us. Yes. Oh, there you go. So, you see, Muta, that makes sense, you know.
Only for time I get shot now,
Okay.
Yeah, the man, ground the speaker, so me become the ground. And then I have to go the mic and drop it.
It's over to you, Muta.
Yeah, so I want to say, give thanks for Kabu for really instigate this thing out. When I usually talk about me, I try to figure out how I talk about. As she said, we have been doing so much things in so many places that if I start to tell you the places, as a matter of fact, I see one of my long-time musician I play, where them gone? Haslam, man, may I tell you, that man they toured the world with me, bass player. I recently we stopped tour with that band. No, it's a strange thing. We just get up one day and say, me feel like I'm go out there now without the music. Because I feel like I'm doing enough music to really sustain that part of it. Because really interesting is the poetry and what we have to say. So we have some ones who have come up now who do it like how we used to do it. So I really feel I want to just go out there by myself. And tell you the truth, we have been getting so many calls because people never ever know Muda do that. And furthermore cheaper for them. They don't have to pay for a whole band. So we have some things lined up. And festivals too, where it's not musical festival, yet it is musical festival, because I never use no music. We just go out there and say what we are saying. So, without further ado, they came. On wooden ships they came. Across the Atlantic Ocean they came. Wooden ships loaded with a lot of targets to work and die for them. Freeman, I sang songs of freeman. My mother, chained to me, chained to them, I cried. Cried because they took my brother. My brother, still sucking my mother's breast. My brother was fed to the sea. Oh, how I cried. My mother they whipped her because she cried about them whipping my father. She the slave, he the slave. Then I would arise at sun nearly rise, working away my life. No name, I knew no name. I the forgotten soul. Whipped to live, whipped because I lived, whipped to death. They came on wooden ships at the west coast of Africa, Ghana, Senegal, Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire. They came through this Atlantic Ocean. We were whipped, tied, carried across the ocean in the blood, sweat, tears, piss, and shit. But we survived. We survived the Atlantic Ocean. We survived. My mother they whipped her because she cried about them whipping my father. She the slave, he the slave. Then I would arise at sun nearly rise, working away my life. No name, I knew no name. I the forgotten soul, whipped to live, whipped because I lived, whipped to death. Today I sing songs, redemption songs. Freeing mother, freeing father, I sing songs to be free. Freeing I the slave, I the slave. And then we have the audacity to still in a Jamaica and a ball out, Rastafari. As a name where it's really terrible amongst the nations. Some of them don't like hear that name there. No matter how you see them go on. I kind of see Rastafari, I kind of get complacent now. I do anything for anything. I am the man you love to hate. I used to sit down at the slums of Ghost Town, Trench Town, Bakawal. No clothes to hide my nakedness. Filth and mosquitoes, smelling, biting 400 years of black flesh, scarred by whips and sticks. I am the man, locks entangled in your nightmares of Medusas and Gorgons, unkept religious belief that pierces the side of your Jesus in the sky. Your vinegar has turned to blood, your water to mud. Crucifix, choking on your life of neo-colonialistic attitudes. Yes, I am the man that came in clouds of ganja smoke, choking you to death, yet not killing you. My eyes seeing a black God, casting doubts in your mind about your unexposed spiritual being. Black shadows, casting clear pictures of an existence drowned by false concepts of reality. Black was beauty until I walked with my bare feet, touching your tarry pavement of sadistic heat. You would have accepted I, if only I came via Time magazines and Vogue. If only you were exposed to life beyond your middle class gate. Yes, I am the man who loved to hate. Look, I am now your next door neighbor. And we always talk about how them trick we. One of the greatest trick them give we is religion. And that is really where we get licked for many times. I remember the days when we just go to highway and we used to sit in for Kabu on a Sunday. We should go somewhere, we don't know where she gone. And we make the statement say, I bet you take down the white Jesus off of the wall and put up a Marley picture and right, I would never say so. Mr. Young get some call there. Oh, him have this boy on the radio. I chat them damn fools, he say. You know, I never forget what Mr. Young said, you know. Mr. Young said, come to me and say, look here, as long as you don't put no hole in my pocket, say anything where you want to say. And you know, I did 30 years, I never put a hole in my pocket yet. So give thanks for that. But it's a serious thing, because the religion thing kind of even get away, you know. Because we see all people who shoot people that talk about God make them not get shot. They might have some criminal, you know, when they get off from police, you know, themselves. They say, I just chop, make me escape the police boy, you know, and them just kill somebody around the corner. And we accept that. So, religion is always a thing where we get knocked for. And really and truly, it sustains me. Because the more we talk about it, the more certain things come to it. Like the other day, I want to ask Jackie this thing, you know, but I kind of ease back. And, well, I'm going to ask everybody. I'm going to ask everybody, I say, you know when them say you're dead, you're gone somewhere else. Because you have some Rastaman that say when Rastaman dead, he's gone to Zion. And I say, dead Rasta in Zion, I don't know. Because I go to Zion already and appear tourists up there. But really and truly, I say, if when you're dead, you're still there somewhere. When you're never born, which part are you there? I don't know, it's a foolish question, don't it? Because they might claim that there's something after death. So there must be something before you're born. I have to go examine that. What or who was I before I born? I don't think we get the answer. You ask me if I have ever been to prison. Been to prison. Your world of murderers and thieves, of hatred and jealousy, of death. And you ask me if I have ever been to prison. I answer, yes. I am still here trying to escape.
Mutabaruka, this is what we mean, man. This is exactly what we mean. And you see the philosophy, Muta, is what we're saying. Because now we're going to think about death and before birth and all of something there. So we're going to be talking to Muta for a little while. And then when we're done doing that, then Professor Verene Shepherd will open the entire series. And we're also going to be taking questions from you for Muta in this session. So Muta, this is, can we get another microphone, please, for Muta? Once again, share the live. We are streaming live, and there's so many questions coming into me. Are you streaming this live? We have been saying that, and we're sending out the live. So it's 582 HZTV. Yeah. It is Memories Home Total Media. It is also being streamed on DJ Kamar TV. So we are live on many different platforms. Muta, the philosopher.
I don't know what to say.
Yes. We'll say it for you, Muta. And I want to start where you took us a while ago to who am I? Because I think, and I just heard you said you don't think you got the answer to that. But I know it is a question that you have pondered openly in many different spaces, even in your poetry, on air and in so many different places. So how do we begin to even examine that question? Where do we start understanding who we are?
Well, the reason why it come up in my mind, because I was pondering this idea of AI, I hear you call it a different name. Anti-intelligence, but I say to myself, you have AI right now. Well, if you have a smartphone, think on cell phone where I think I have more information than what the human brains can hold. And what we see going on now is that most people are turned to AI to solve complex questions, very complex, where the human being do ever reach us out. So we are wondering somebody to get to put something away that we could have now make something bigger than our head. So it could come to me and I say, all right, I wonder if there's something that make man, there's somewhere else. And we there so now. And make something. We can't be and we. And eventually going to turn against me. Like how human beings turn against God.
What do you mean by human beings?
Turn against God?
Yeah.
Well, if you look on the earth, you know, most people who say they're Christian, if you really check them, you know, if they don't reach the thing with you that the thing say, they wouldn't do. Right? So you have commandments where everyone have broken one of them already, or maybe 2, maybe all 10 we broke. And you have different ideas about who God is. Different ideas, almost religion you have about place. So we're caught in a very serious way where God represents the ultimate. Yet still God makes some things where I turn against him and now keep up to where would I make him feel good and say, yeah, this is it. That is what I say. Him. I say him. Not really that more answer, but to want to have better nothing. We say him. So if God create man in his own image, and man did know I do things that is against God, why them don't feel say them are going to create something like them in a for them image? We are going to turn against them too.
And you see this thing as AI?
Yes,
this is...
that is what I say. I say, right now, it's AI that take over the place. And it starts with, it starts with the cell phone. But the cell phone is the nearest thing right now to our thinking, our brains. It answers questions where we usually couldn't answer. You know, we sleep with our cell phone. You know, we think pants up and we can't figure it out, we jump up and say, oh, cell phone.
Yeah, yeah.
And we get the answer. And we don't question the answer neither. You know, see? Right. So I think I might say, okay, so man make God, God make man. Man make AI I go say I make man too. But I don't call it man.
What do you call it?
I don't know. We have to in the state where it say, we realize that the AI are turned against we because it start already. It have a different thing going on in it now where all things when you never ask it, it answer you. And you say, but oh, you know that. I know that me did want to ask you. So, but really, the AI done according to how them set them things in the computer. The AI can't just answer what you want to ask before you even ask it. Sometimes I look on something on my phone and put it down and turn it down. Or I turn back and say, 1,000,001 things on the same subject. And I never ask it feed. So, the thing is now, which is the question now, if God make man and God have so much problems to keep in line, make man keep in line, and now man make a thing named AI to keep himself in line. But the AI now a turn against man, just like how man turn against God.
So you see this as leading to the ultimate is the extinction of what we know ourselves to be, even when you're trying to answer the question,
yes,
who am I?
Yes. That's why I'm asking now, who you was before you born? It's really a complex question or maybe a nonsensical question.
Have you gone down that road to try to answer it?
No, it just come up in my brains. Because sometimes I sit down and I think foolishness, you know.
Yeah, what is that, foolishness?
Sometimes I sit down and I think. It's a question where it needs to be answered. If you say, when somebody dead, him still exists in a different atmosphere or a different mindset, him not have this body again.
So is that what about consciousness? And how do you perceive consciousness?
Consciousness is where man have in I'm thinking, where in I'm thoughts. You know, I don't know if man consciousness can deal without man. Him can think that. Just like how think about God in the sky and think about heaven and them things where really maybe not exist. So when a man comes to the point where he have a consciousness and say, him body dead, his body gone, but there's something that live on.
And is that spirit?
That is him.
So is that spirit? And then
Yes, yes.
And so what is
the spirit of him, you know.
Right.
Because people say them see them granny in them house, you know. And his granny died 50 years ago. So what is it that his mind is conjuring up to say that his grandmother in the house with the same clothes that she did in and all them someday? We have to go reverse the thing now. We have to go back now and say that if we declare that in front of we, tell me about somewhere there behind me. Who am I when I wasn't there born? Because if life continue without this, that means that it must be there before this.
Right.
So if I did there before this, I have to start finding out now, who was I before this come on upon I? Just like how I say, when I gone, that manifests in a different form, different shape, different idea, and different concept.
So Muta, within the context of even the event 5H2 Hertz, which is recalibrating, looking again at the frequencies that we're tapping into, energy, frequency, vibration. Because when you think of energy, could that answer the question if we go down that path to say what is energy that can neither be created or destroyed?
It cannot be destroyed, it cannot be created. Or that them say, don't it?
Right.
Energy cannot be destroyed.
But changes from one form to the other.
That is why we did there before. So we have to find, I'm not talking about my ancestor, I'm talking about I.
Right, yes.
I am my ancestor.
So you are energy.
Yeah, so I say now, that energy must manifest itself as something or someone. And I'm relating to it now, say, how can I find out that something or someone that I was manifesting before my mother had me? Because I couldn't just happen so.
Is there
Mutabaruka couldn't just come so because a woman get pregnant and bring him. There must be something that was happening before the flesh. If we start to believe, say, the spirit live, the muta spirit live in our next level.
So do you believe that?
Eh? That's what I say. It come to my consciousness and I have to figure it out. And I put it on no one, you know. And as I say, I have to figure it out. That's why I tell you, say, and it come out of my mind when checking in the house, you know. Mm-hmm. And I say, you know, I can ease off a little because I really want to collaborate this thing in my mindset. Mm-hmm. Because I don't believe, say, there was life after death.
Muta, you're a poet, you're an author, you are a musician. And so that at the level of vibration and frequency, this is something that you tap into all the time. When we listen to your poems, that's a whole different frequency, that's a whole level of vibration. We see Ziggy Marley just recently recording now on a different frequency. We see Sharon Marley also doing it.
Yes.
And there has to be, that's an understanding that is, I think, coming from a similar place, that the reasoning that you are having within yourself is coming from that. What frequency are we vibrating on? And then when you think that, where do you see, what is your concept and what is your understanding of where Jamaica is and in a wider context, where we are as African people? And this is not different from the question that you're asking, who am I, you know? So are we vibrating at a particular frequency that have brought us to this place where some of us are questioning, and hence even a sit down like this, but then there's a whole other element of destruction, because you talk about AI and what that is likely to do, and that is as pervasive as anything else. But at the same time, you have a consciousness that's coming out of a space, is that your thinking is coming out of, that Ziggy Marley is coming out of, that Sharon is coming out of. What's your own thinking of that level of vibration, and how do we fit that into the idea of energy and frequency and vibration?
You say energy, you can't destroy energy. So energy is something we're dead, whether you want to accept it or not. Now, people put things to that energy. People say it's God. People say it's some spiritual awakening. People pray to conjure up that energy. Actually pray and believe, say, there's something that is taking place when in prayer that is bringing forth this thing that in conjure up. I don't believe that. Because, all right, I hear a Rasta man say, the other night he called me and he say, you know, say, earthquake, lightning and thunder will kill the wicked. And I say, look here, I don't know if earthquake and lightning know who wicked from who not wicked, you know. It's just something that happened in nature. So we have to just accept it as that. Because you know, say, today you see a man well happy and thing, and tomorrow you say, you know, say John dead. And I say, oh that. You mean, oh that, him dead. It's not all that going to make him down dead. So you realize, say, there's something that is happening in the earth here that we are trying, what we call it, command. Where we don't have no authority for command it. We can pray for that tree drop down and it drop down.
Why not?
And if the tree drop down, it's not because you pray. It's not because you pray, because if it was so, black people in another position with them the right now. Because black people pray more than everybody else.
So what is prayer, and how, and in terms of how you're answering, but also because I know, for example, in the household that I grew up in, prayer was you can achieve what you think. What you think. Comfort. No, my father used to say you are what you think.
Yes.
So and you're always praying. So you don't have to kneel down for prayer. You don't have to close your eyes for prayer, but you're always in communion with God, right? So within, and so the point I'm making is, what are you, when you say prayer, you're talking about the person who is kneeling and praying, or you're thinking about thought different from prayer?
No, the prayer is when somebody feels it's necessary to achieve something that may be not physical, but something that is happening in him and to him that him necessarily need to go pray to something and hope that something will help him in doing things, which is really him. It's not because him pray. The prayer will give him comfort. Prayer is comforting the person who prays. You know.
So does that go back to the point you made earlier about who are you when you are not
before you're born.
Right.
Yes.
So that if that existence, which let us call it energy for the sake of the conversation.
But I don't know if the energy exists. It's me. Because I am here now. I am me. I can't be nobody else. And somebody else can't be me. So even if I dead now, I'm dead. You can't bring back Mutabaruka as home is now. And you can't say because...
In this manifestation, which is this form.
Yeah, but whether you're in the farm or not, anybody will come when Muta dead. You're going to say, Muta was dead a long time and you're a madman. You understand? So the prayer is good for the one who is praying. But it will have nothing to do with the outcome of the prayer.
So...
Because if it was so, black people pray more than everybody else. Africa have more church and building. And you see the people them who hardly pray. I'll tell you something. You see the countries them that don't give credence to religion more than so, is moving, advancing them people more. And I want to say, look at China.
But let us talk about thinking and thought. Earlier we heard David Wilson, for example, said first it starts with thought. It is your thought. So let us talk about your own perspective of thought and what thought is. And can we manifest then through thinking and thought as opposed to how you're defining prayer? Because I know that there are different ways that people see prayer, right?
All right, you see, I look when I just talk about the poetry and I want to go out there without the music. And since me I said that to Jackie, I said, since me I said that, I find some getting away for dates coming, even from music festival. And I said, so where you want? You want to bring my band? And I said, no, I don't want no band. I want you.
Which is the same thinking you had, same thoughts you had.
The same thoughts me have. No, I don't think say it's because I did not think it. Why the man come clear from Germany and say, you know, say, would I like to go up on the festival without the music?
You don't see the connection?
No, I don't see. That is because I was thinking that.
Because Jackie, I disagree with you beside you.
I disagree with the whole party. No, I disagree with the whole party.
She's physically disagreeing.
No, listen.
Like.
Wait there. Me and her disagree with enough things.
Yes.
That's why we're so long together. You understand?
Yes.
I told me, I said, no. I don't believe that because I did not think on it, a man come and say, he want me without the music.
But Muta, why did you mention it?
Why me mention what?
Right, because you're seeing a connection, right?
No, you mean right as a while ago?
Yeah, yes.
No, because I tell you what I tell her.
Okay, all right.
I tell you what I tell her, you know, I say, me want to come.
Yes.
Me want to go out the music.
Yes.
Right? Not that me never do
you
it
thought that?
It's not that me never do it already, you know.
Right.
But at this point, I'm going to make a decision.
Yes.
Say, I'm going to start a tour without the music. And later down the line, I get a phone call. And I say, the man say, it's a music festival, it's a dub festival, and why you come? I say, you want to come with the band or without the band? I say, come without the music. All right. You see that? If I was there because it's a thought.
Okay, I'm going Jackie first.
Yeah, I know, but I don't talk.
If,
Yeah. No, man, yeah. I don't say that. I don't talk. You know what I say?
Yes.
I know how people see prayer, you know.
Yeah. No, we're not talking about prayer.
Yeah, but it's a thought.
Okay.
Prayer is thought, you know.
Yes.
Yeah, you want that things that something will turn out. I am saying, historically, I have seen people praying, go to church every Sunday, go that every day. The people them why I see pray more of all is them that suffer more than the other people them. If you look on Jamaica, people pray. Sunday right now, people go to church and them a pray to God. Say this is going to be better. And them come out of the church and it's the same type.
So could it be that they are not thinking?
I can't say
they're saying it and they're praying, but their thoughts are different.
You mean the millions of African people?
Not just African
500
people, but
years.
not just African people. All right, so I want to move from prayer, Muta, to ask you about thought and thinking.
Yeah, but just think about it when you pray.
No, I know, but I'm just thinking by itself. In other words, we say whatever you believe you can achieve. We say like...
I believe I can fly.
Can you fly?
No.
But you believe it?
No.
But you said you believe it, Muta.
No, I don't believe I can fly.
Oh, you're saying people say they believe it?
Yeah, people don't say they believe I can. You see the brother who sing that song there, we're going to prison. You see the end of the video is a helicopter flying now.
But maybe that's what he meant, though.
No. It's faith matter about.
Yeah.
Faith.
But
What
Muta,
you can believe you can achieve.
All right, but for the purposes of our conversation,
yeah.
And especially because you've had these conversations with young people generally, and I've heard you on your program talking about how we achieve, how we begin to even change, what we need to do as a nation to be better. Yeah. And so where do we start? It isn't thinking and thought about that critical to the process.
Yes.
It's that kind of thinking I'm talking about.
Yeah, you have to think about something, but it don't stop at thinking.
Right. So
you have to
talk us through that process.
All right. You see, when you think something, it's good that you think, say, why you want to say, I want a pound of rice, you know, and something, you say, think about that. But thinking a lot is like the man who a ball out, say, I want to win the lottery. But I say, well, I want to win the lottery, no, I want to win the lottery.
That my grandfather pops in England.
And God, you know, God look at him and say, why not just buy a ticket?
If you don't have a ticket, you don't stand a chance.
Yeah, so the prayer is good, you know, because it kind of elevates your thinking. But that don't mean say because you are praying or thinking about it, it's going to happen.
Oh no, that point is taken. That point is taken in us. I just want you to talk us through the process of how you begin the change. Say, for example, and you mentioned it before. You talk about what's happening in the island, like the criminality, the high level of crime, the way we're interacting with each other,
Yeah.
and so on. If we are to change that,
What we don't do?
yeah, what do we-
Stimulate people them who's in the position to deal with it, like the Prime Minister and the Minister of Security. That means, we have to make up nice first. They will make up nice, and if you say that nice and our work, we may have to cuss them 2 times. And then if you not see that, might have to go up on the road, see it, and make visible, make us let them see it. See? So it's a process, but you have to have some physical manifestation of what you want to achieve to make it come. You can't just pray and say, well, I want $1 million, and $1 million just come to you. You have to figure it out.
But at that
Sometimes
point,
$1 million come to you, And sometimes you say you want all a car and a man just come and say, boy, you don't want a car again, you don't want it.
Muja, that point is well taken, because a lot of Christians will tell you, and my father used to say this all the time as a Pentecostal minister, faith without works is dead. And he says that, right, and he says that to all of us, growing up.
Well, Bible, prayer is faith. Prayer is faith.
So faith is important.
A man have diabetes, and he might pray every day for the diabetes. Get rid of. And then one day the doctor said, boy, you cut off your foot, virgin. That's it. If you not take no medicine, if you not do this, if you not examine that or that, you just pray and say, boy, God will help me. And we see now it's human.
So the works in that is what you yourself do.
Word without works, man.
Right.
The
sound.
All right, get the microphone.
Okay, let me give out the microphone. I did. Your answer.
No,
Rastafari taught me through Muta that first there was the word, and from the word God was formed. The word God. So all somebody has to do is say the word with conviction, and it can happen. Because faith is, I'm saying that faith is already there, or why bother ask, or why bother say? But I figure we're all saying prayer, but I think it's the sound, the vibration of the sound. I'm not talking about praying on church and praying, because that can create greed. So when you have one thing that you're convicted that that's what you want, and you make that sound, it can happen. And the diabetes man, by having lost a leg, he's now going to be cured. So it's all good.
I'm not going to agree with that.
You're not going to agree with that?
No.
So you take off one or you're better. No, but the point she's talking about, and which is what Rastafari says also, word sound is power.
Of course, word sound is power.
So how important is word to changing things? And where does word come from? Thought, first of all.
Yes. It's a prayer. It's a prayer word. The thing where you want, you pray, forget it. You say no, that in your mind, in your thinking, consciousness. Forget it. But what I am saying to you, that the majority of time that people do that, nothing happens. Because if it was happening like how we see it, or how we think it happen, we have black people in this position over there.
I take the point you're making, you're really saying that just saying it, just thinking it and saying it is not enough. That there has to be action.
Work.
Right.
That's why I'm saying, no, you have to go make up nice. And if the nice now make up, you have to go up on the road. Like when you stand up in front of the policeman them. I'm there I say, Kabu, she could have made me there, because if anything go on, it's on our worries. Because you stand up in front of the policeman them with them big chop up gun. And you're there make nice like your voice can nothing. When I them box, don't know.
But that was my action.
That means you think it before,
Yes.
Say, you have to go up there and demonstrate.
Yes.
Like what we do at the but
right.
When you demonstrate, it don't mean say it's going to solve the problem.
True.
But it shows say you're interested enough to sound out that vibration. You say, why? You did do something.
So what do you think about the emancipation wars, for example, Sam Sharp wars, like Sam Sharp and those who fought against slavery and died? I mean, that's a process in itself, ultimately leading to an action, which with the consequences of which fighting for liberation, but still knowing that you might not live.
Yes. That is right there.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this, by the way. I have a related question to that, and it is, what are the influences? What influences or thoughts and words? What would make Samsha, for example, do what he did? Even though he knew I think he knew what the consequences would be, but what shapes our thoughts and influences as black people?
I mean, Samsha specifically.
That's just an example.
Yeah.
But in general, what shapes our thoughts and our words, and ultimately our behavior?
Yeah, fed up is fed up. We're sick and tired of this madness. We're going to take up gun and match it and go there. That is really where the thought comes, the thought to manifest itself. Where discourse.
But for purpose.
Yeah, it's like a man and a woman in a house and they quarrel every day. And say, watch out, this is madness. She could just let him. Or she could just take up something and box him down with a machete on the small size of the machete. You know, see,
So you see no difference between the two. In other words, what about purpose?
The purpose is that she relieve herself from this man who abused her so much. See?
And how do you conflate that with the emancipation wars?
The emancipation war is the same thing now when I tell you about Verene say. It's like, after the man, a church man, and him prayer. And he realized about wait, the more I pray, it's the more them I do this and the more I do this. So watch you know. The next thing is to say, right, they're alive. He might do something. We maybe can commit him life to that, but he might go do it.
Can I ask you to say, I'm going to bring up one of your poem and ask you to say a bit of it first, because it is very...
You can't say a bit of my poem.
All right, say all of it, because I would like to hear all of it. By the ballot or the bullet, by the...
Are you playing that this morning?
Yes, but say it, Muta, because it is relevant to this, you know. This is exactly the thought processes that we're talking about.
Yeah, all right, we're ready the next poetry time, I say.
All right, but isn't within that poem the call to liberation, the call...
By the ballot or the bullet, by the Bible or the gun, any which way, freedom must come.
So freedom in that is a purpose?
Yes, because you see right now, no, trust me, man, me look on the whole thing, man. Africa could have free long time as well the whole of religion. And it's not for them religion. You know, see it? And we see them put democracy and all these things in front of it. And when we look on the country them where it's barely not democracy. We see, look on in Europe. The democratic socialism is very prevalent in Europe, you know, and we look on the country them. And if you look, you know, say you have prison without wall in Norway. Prison without wall. How is that possible? You think that could happen in Jamaica? All the water them would escape.
What about the fact that so many of us are living in prison without walls? I mean,
but that may I say, prison without walls, we're in a prison. I would not recognize it. True, we don't see no wall around we. Or true, we don't see no chain from our foot. We say we're free. And that's what we are fight for. That's what we are fight for. Take the chain them off.
What does freedom look like? What is this freedom?
Free like you.
No, you just talk about what you saw me doing up in Portland there.
They're not freedom.
Freedom may fight for, you know,
yeah,
freedom to access the sea, to access the beach,
how much people
to access Blue Lagoon.
How much people are going to that?
That's a good question and a good thought. But as a historian, I'm thinking deeper to say, staying with your Samsha example, what's the trigger for thought and action? What's the trigger? What are the triggers for thought and action? And historically, as I read history, I see the triggers that made Chief Techi and Baba Sam Sharp and so on, and Cecile Fatiman, why they acted.
Like what?
So
like
what does it trigger? Colonialism.
Yeah, they know that we are talking about now. Say you have a thing where continuously over our head. And we have to do something and we say, nah, work. So we go around the corner and say, watch out. I mean, no church business in a Rasta. I go for a machete. And I go for one gun. I have to go demonstrate. So that is a trigger where you realize that a whole heap of them things where we attack. Like when me hear man I say, fire burn Rome and all them something there. You know what I mean? Like, I say it. Because I get up again tomorrow, and you have to say the same thing. I get up tomorrow, I say the same thing. And not change that way there. So did not trigger you yet. As God told me, say, yet you need that trigger. And that trigger is when you get up and say, what do me talk about blood and fire for Rome and something there. And I see them get more powerful. I have to go do something different.
And this is the point, I think, of departure for many. What do you do and how do you do it? Because what you're going to do has to be significant for change. So do you think this is where a lot of us, our people just, I met black people just generally speaking, this is exactly where we stop, where we shout at
ask
it.
the question, where we are do.
Yes.
And we are look for everybody to ask where you do. Like a company with a motor. Where you can't organize something, say, they don't want to you, version.
Yeah.
So no, but people are listening to you and they don't do it with you. Yeah. Oh, you know that? Oh, you know that? Because I go out there now, and I say, why I'm preaching by the way, I say, I feel just arms up myself, you know. And the way you hear from the shout, you hear me say, well, when I tell him to do it, I never mean same to do that. You know, it's that.
But the thing, Mucha, another thing is that we march a lot.
My foot are burn up now because
me too. But the thing is, one of the things that I've been asking myself over time, and I think we've had this conversation already, you and me. You helped me one at a time, personally helped me when I think it was in the break of the Garvey event, we were having a conversation, and I said to you, Muta, we've been doing this for a while. We're talking about this. And you said to me, do not underestimate the talk. You have the microphone.
Power in the talk. It's only the dumb envy the talkative.
And you remember what I said to you?
No.
I said, thank you.
Yes,
because I was at a space of fed up. And so what do you, after the march, then what is the question? After the talk, then what? And if we are saying liberation, then liberation from what? Could it be that we have not defined what it is that we want freedom from or liberation from?
I don't think we don't define it, you know, is that the thing that always we don't see it as that is the problem. So when people like you and me come and say certain things, people say, oh, what am I talking about? How are you not all the while? Yet still, since me up on the radar and you up on the radar, we know more people listen and listen and listen and understand themselves. They have a whole heap of youth where their mother used to beat them because they might listen to me. Especially some who go to university. Them put them radio underneath them pillar and listen. And the mother find out. And them youth, they come up. And you see a whole heap of time when I go foreign, go to some university and so on. If I tell you university, where I go, you would never believe it.
I know, I was right.
Are the people, are the youth them
yes,
who go
I know.
Left your son and listen to over there so and say, when them students come and say, so who you bring up here to talk? Them say, you have a brother down at Jamaica there, him name Mutabaruka, and him want to come up. And then change them thinking.
But that's the crux of the matter. It changed them thinking.
That means that they might liberate themselves slowly but surely by this change in them thinking. Because that is what you want, you know. Right. You want the man. You say, emancipate yourself from mental slavery. Because that is the first problem we have, you know. Mental slavery. So if you can emancipate a man from mental slavery, you realize, boy, I'm going to take the next step. Because I'm going to realize that I am no slave anymore. Even though I'm not no slave. I can do what I want to do. So I'm create my own job. I'm go plant him food. And him do whatever I want to do. You know, see, you tell him in the business, in the system, you know.
So you're taking us, Muta, to the action. The emancipating ourselves from mental slavery includes the self-reliance.
Family later thinking. Don't expect me now. After me, just the problem. I don't make it a problem. You have a problem. And me give you a solution how to solve the problem. You have to turn to me now and say, solve it for me now. No. Because me have the same problem like you. I try to emancipate myself. I don't emancipate it fully. There's certain things that I would want to do right now, but I need some help. So maybe I will come to you. Like obviously stand up in front of the police then.
I know you'll catch me if I fall.
Of course.
Right.
I said that long time.
Yes. But Musha, so this emancipation of ourselves, or emancipating ourselves from mental slavery, to what extent do you think that we have managed that as a people? And I'm sticking now with Jamaica.
All right. You see, the more we go one forward, like we go 3, 10 backward. And when we see I go on at Jamaica, you know, the shout is out. But it come like nobody now hear a whole heap of the shout. So you have to curve the ball and take it on another level. And the emancipation that we are searching for, it not reached there yet. Or else we wouldn't want to come back on the radio and talk about running Africa and cutting edge and all that someday. That means where we want it go, it not reach there. Because the same people them who we are look out against are them control thing. Look at Cuba now. When we look at Cuba, they there how much years? A 60th time they try to kill Castro. A whole heap of president him go through. And guess what? Him dead in bed. And none of them kill him. Him dead in bed. Old man. Now them after another 96-year-old man, I claim saying they dropped down one plane how much years ago. And them want carry him going away them there. Like how them take the Venezuelan president.
I do.
And now we see them have ship around Jamaica. Big ship. What is it that we can do to prevent that? Nothing. But guess what we can do? We can make the guys them down here. The minister and the minister that know say watch out. You better say something. Because if you don't say something, that means you're complacent with it. You have to give your voice, make your voice be heard. Just like how you're on the panel and I say, why would look on that, look how them there. So now, what them do down here so? We're not threat. And guess what? Them could have cut, them could have get, when name Rubio could have girl, the brother here, the prime minister thing, I say, look here. We see have a lovely runway there, down there, you know. That plane can run out. Would like to use your runway to attack Cuba. What we ever do?
But that is a very good question. And so it takes us exactly
back
to the question that Verene is asking also. So what triggers...
Go dig up the runway.
Go dig up the runway. Dig up the runway.
It's just a thought, you know, I didn't say
no, but it's something. It is something, because the question I'm asking is... Somebody said that. Keep the mic, you know, it's a good idea. Listen, do not go and dig up the runway, because you know if you dig up the runway, then they're going to say that we said. And we tell them to dig up. So do not dig up the runway, because remember when we did talk about the Bob Marley Airport in Boscobel, right? And Chief Tetchy Airport, Boscobel, in Boscobel. Them give it to the name of a pedophile. Yes. They give the name of the airport now.
Ian Fleming.
Yes, is an abuser. Have you read the story of Ian Fleming? Do you know who this man is?
I hear about it.
But we have an airport in the parish of Chief Tetchy, and on the border of the parish of Bob Marley. That
they wanted to say St. Anne.
And they say, do not go there and become.
A she said. As she say, I St. Anne.
And this is my sister from
She said, I'll run away be a St. Anne.
Run away be a St. Anne.
You see what I mean?
Ocherius, me say. Ocherius. Run away be Ocherius.
Ocherius.
Run away be in St. Anne.
Ocherius in St. Anne.
Yes, so I'm saying Ocherius.
But the airport is not in St. Anne.
Ocherius extends from Galena.
So she defend foolishness.
From Galena to Trelawney border.
Look here, next argument.
Right, so That's deep philosophy.
No.
So, Peter agree with me, right, Peter? Peter lives in St. Mary.
Peter will
We
agree
are
with
very
anything.
in St.
Peter
Mary.
will agree
But
with
Verene
anything.
defends St. Mary, though.
Him knows
And I
him
know,
lose him work.
Muta.
Yes.
So I know there are questions in there because I picking up people literally giving us a so what does full emancipation look like? What does liberation look like?
I don't know what full emancipation look
What
like.
does liberation look like?
Liberation is when you can get up every morning, eat your breakfast, and look outside and say, what a beautiful day. You know, so I'm not going to work today.
It sounds funny, but it's liberation. Yeah, but I take the point to make. Yeah.
A sweet liberation, that when you get up every morning and say, boy, sunshine bright, have a beach.
And you have access to the
fret. So somebody will fire you.
Or somebody will stick you with a gun or you have to step and raise a wire.
Destiny. No, liberation don't mean say you can't just stick up with a gun, you know. But about liberation.
No, I meant to go to the beach. Like I want to go to the beach and nobody's going to stop me from going to the beach.
Liberate yourself. Meaning say you have somebody who love you and you take care of them and you look about them and them look about you. That is liberation. That you don't come down and say, well, you can't afford certain things. Because you know, say what you have can suffice what you want to do. So when you have to get up every day and worry and fret, or your people go to school and all them something, that can't be liberation. Or when you go to church and hear the man say, Jesus is coming back again to save the world, so drop $10 in the bag and make you go build a church. That can't help, that's not liberation. Because if you don't drop it, you're going to feel guilty. And guilt is the first sign of sinfulness, if there's something named sin.
So in terms of the nation, Jamaica, and you mentioned Cuba just now.
Yeah.
We're looking, and let me just talk from a geopolitical perspective, because there's just so much happening now that Jamaica has to make decisions on. The government of Jamaica making decisions without us.
Well, we don't know about.
Yeah, they're doing something about us without us in many different spaces. But we literally are buck up in a lot of them decisions that they make. But these decisions have serious consequences for us as a people and as a nation. What do we have at our disposal to push back at this or to change that whole status quo?
Well, we have to make them know, say, we have a daughter upon the radio named Kabu, my aunt.
Verene Shepherd.
Oh, she put it on the radio?
Yes, man, she gone back. Just
it's on nationwide still. We call it GLP FM, you know. No, me no, hush.
No, I wanted my voice back, I think.
That is beautiful.
There was a gap.
Yes.
And I said, it's necessary for some people to be on radio.
I agree with you. I agree with you. So here me I say no. Within the understanding of where you say liberation now, what can we do? The same thing we have to know. Because the majority of people don't reach a level. Maybe some people still don't wonder what we are talking about. The majority of people don't reach a level where you can say, look here, this thing is not work out, we're not trying something else. See it? And you up on the radio and tell them there's something else. And they must say, what kind of foolishness is that? Because they maintain that white supremacist mentality. We tell them, say, if it's not so, it can't be no other way. And no care how long you tell them that, them still refuse to understand it. Yet still, you have someone listening, keenly, and go home, go figure it out, I realize, right, because I look at my grandparents, them, well church up, and them go to church every Sunday, Easter, Christmas, and in between. I sit down on the veranda and I give God praise and I praise. And them dead in the same rocking chair. Me looking at the system, the government, and I garrison them. When I see the garrison, people there, they are ball out about this and that. And them prefer JLP, some for PNP. And 5 years after, them say the same situation with them in 10 years ago. And the same situation them in now. And them I say, why you know, see the Prime Minister this and the Prime Minister that. The Prime Minister going on the coronation market there go up a woman and give him 2 pints. And that is a big story. The Prime Minister get up in a coronation market and the woman give him 2 pints and thank him for the work that he do.
There's more reporting on that than there is about the big old warship that was heading to Jamaica.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nobody don't know what's a warship out there. I mean, me I don't know and people know what's it, but the implications of that, I don't hear nothing from the government about it. Suppose we hear Robia come back down here and say, look here, we need you, I say it already, we need your runway to store up some of the tune them. Because we have attacked Cuba, where them going to say?
I hear you put
they must say, okay, you can use the alien film in the airport too, you know. That's what I say.
And that flying over all our head in these areas. So, you know, so the bottom line then, Muta, in terms of how, because obviously there has to be a paradigm shift at our level too, at the people's level, I'm saying, right? Because I hear the point you made about the need to provoke, if you will, the authorities, the powers that be, government, that the people has a responsibility to do that. But that goes back to Marcus Garvey talk about, you know, so our backs are not against the wall, and when we're back against the wall, then maybe we will move. Are we in that position, do you think? We're getting more tribal. Jamaica is the most tribal that I've ever seen it, and I've been around for a while. Yeah. Are we at the place, and how, if we're not, how do we get to that place where we begin that provocation that you talk about?
Well, the back broke down the wall already, you know.
It broke down?
Yeah, you know, so we move back till we can't move back, and we broke down the wall. All right. There was a thing that we used to have named music, reggae music. We used to have a certain influence that other artists and them get influenced by that music.
True.
And make more music like that.
True.
And it scatter all over the world. And Jamaica become one of the most influential little island in the world because of the music. What we see happen? We see some youth come and I listen to foreign music, no from the hip hop, this and the trap, this and the trap that. And then switch it by way that sometimes we don't even know say it switch. The radio station them don't even realize them are feed into the madness where we did not try to come out because them get so comfortable with it that it become the norm. And when we come now and I say, well, look where they go on this and look where they go on that now. People are saying, yeah, back at time, man. I know this sort of thing they know. You know, see, I said, they know which part they know. Because it's the place now where young people have legal gun upon them in a denim clothes. And they might kill people and murder people, you know, because they have a legal gun. So it's youth that kill youth, you know. But the youth will kill the youth them now, a whole heap of them. It's licensed to do that. So when we look now, we hear about the statistics in Jamaica is this and the statistics in Jamaica that. How much are those people, how much are the 100 and odd people will get shot by police? How much of them there was murdered by the security forces? How much of them? Because you're not going to hear that, you know. You hear so well the crime rate has decreased by how much percentage and you know this and that I say, but wait. Them now count the people them where 100 odd people dead.
And that goes to the you talk about journalism just now and media, the role and responsibility of media. I know I started out in media as a news reporter, news editor, worked in newsroom for a lot of my life. And one of the things that I've noticed is that the way we report on news has changed. For example, we hear that the crime rate, the murders in Jamaica have gone down.
Yeah.
But at the same time, the amount of people that police kill, that has gone sharply up.
Yes.
But so what is murder? And so the reporting, how newsrooms used to report something like that when I was in the newsroom, was that would be, you tally those numbers, because murder is murder. No matter if it's police murder or gunman murder. So that is the figure. So it's separated now. And you hear that the murder rate has gone down, when in effect the murder has gone up because you have more people being killed by police, which is the same murder, not because you have a license to kill.
Because them don't tally that.
I know.
You know,
but I'm talking about reporting as journalists.
Yes.
That we don't make no judgment on who murder who. Murder is murder, because if you have not gone through the court system, you're not tried or anything like that. I mean, that's murder.
Yes.
Oh, well, that's at least that's killing. All right, so Muta, I know we have to wrap and take some questions and also get some more points from you, and then we go to Professor Verene Shepherd opening the event. I mentioned geopolitics just now, and you've been touching on it. Jamaica in the wider scheme of things and where we find ourselves. And one of the things that you said more than once here, Jamaica, it seems as if you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong, Jamaica cannot say no, or will not say no, or chooses not to say no to whatever request is coming from people, whether it's Rubio or the United States or any of those colonial masters. How come?
Just like how your people are ball out say, Netanyahu own America, own Donald Trump. It's the same way Jamaica is owned by America. Because most of our daily lives is influenced by Jamaica. A whole heap of people right now, when this program is done, them gone to Burger King.
They're influenced by America?
Yeah. So, if you look on the clothes where most of the people, the youth them are wear out there now, some little cheap American clothes will come in a barrel and then we're there. So, we who realize that have to stay on the back burner, because the influence of American culture is more persuasive than what we can ever say. You know, so when we start to talk, we're totally in the minority. When I say minority, I mean minority.
Is it a graduate? Well, I thought you mentioned that we're going backward. Kwame Ture talked about the job of the conscious is to make the unconscious conscious. That process, we thought we were there in the heights of the 1990s, right, when so much was happening, when the music was Rastafari and everybody was saying the Emperor Haile Selassie, and this is different from the Black Power movement. This was in Jamaica a time of consciousness, if you will, high levels of consciousness. But you said that we have gone backward. Do we now wait out?
The music gone backward.
The music gone backward.
Yeah, the music gone backward. It don't further what it was meant for in the minds of the people them who are listening to it and the youth them, because we get so liberal. I can't tell liberal that anything goes.
And the space is even more open now. Yeah. I'm going to take questions from Muta.
Yeah.
All right. So I probably Roger, you have a question?
Yeah,
Roger Hasfall, Concrete Hasfall, but you have a microphone, Roger. So go. You don't. Come on, there's a microphone that Muta don't want to shock him. It is somewhere there. Yes, Raspadation.
I wonder what would be the effect if everyone who is in the grounds now get on them social media page and type no attack on Cuba from Jamaica. I wonder if that would have an impact. We don't know, algorithm and all things.
Oh, Muta?
You want me to answer that? I don't know.
Verene?
I don't know.
What do you think? Professor Shepherd.
I mean, if you feel say everything is necessary for to make it work, just do it.
I think those who have original thought, those following you, those who have thought should act.
Yes.
So that's an original thought, and it's a good hashtag too. Sometimes the hashtag works for a moment. Yes.
Well, you hashtag.
Any more questions? Oh yes, Roger. Roger, you didn't find a microphone. All right. So, you're not leaving your live stream. Memories Hometown Media is streaming live. So if you walk up and don't give me the microphone, never mind.
Yes, but you say FIFA.
No, not at all. Good afternoon, everybody. Yeah, Muta. So, it's in the same geopolitics where, we are at a stage right now, and I'm speaking in the context of what we are seeing and what is happening between the USA and Iraq, where apparently the USA can't manage Iraq. So, Iran, sorry. They can't manage Iran, so they must find all sorts of ways to get up. But they know who they can pick on. They can pick on Venezuela, and they can try to pick on Cuba. Now, in the context of what we have seen Iran done to other countries within the Middle East, where they attack the US bases, destroy them, totally dismantle them. We have seen now where a warship is lodged in the Kingston Harbor, and I'm seeing government officials, high and might carrying children and so on. Many of them not know that maybe this could be a launching pad for what is to come. Maybe we are seeing a ground invasion on Cuba. Now, with the invasion in Cuba, not knowing how Cuba will retaliate, they could do exactly what Iran does in terms of maybe attack the US bases within the Caribbean, including their closest neighbors, who is 90 miles away. Right? And we don't know. So, in terms of that, how we, as social commentators, influencers, how are we gonna explain to the younger generation that this not right, something not right? We have seen what Cuba done for Jamaica over the years in terms of building schools and having nurses, doctors, 60 years, and USA dismantle all of that. How are we gonna try to influence the generation that this not right, and we can't do nothing in terms of military-wise and otherwise, but what we can do, because this is a serious thing. Them could have very well attacked Jamaica, right? So that's one of the questions. How are we going to let our voices be heard that this is not right? And Muta, you can add to the discussion, you can elaborate on it, you can maybe have a solution in terms of the advice where you have as well.
Well, you know, it's a Grenada. Grenada is one of the littlest islands in the Caribbean, and Grenada stand up. Them stand up feet. You know, see it. So it's not like we can't do certain things, but there's no one way to any change in any society, one way. You have to have different mindset, different ways of doing different things. Now, you see, if America come here so with them torpedo, and I say they want to see in the wire, so. Reggie, I don't know what we can do about it, I don't know what we can do about it, to honest truth. I don't know what me can do about it. I don't know what the normal, I don't know what Kabu can do about it. I don't know what nobody inside that can do about it. You understand? Because,
you wanted to respond?
If we get it, we will get it. I don't know how you're going to stop that. Stand up in front of the drone, I don't know. Because it can come out into certain things, but we don't reach a level there for no say, American park them things out of the port they saw. And we sit down and say, watch out, you can't do that, you know. Because we have a government, we are going to make them do it. We are which government? Who I say we are government? We are which government? Yeah, but that is what we are going to do, but that's not going to make them don't do it. Yeah, and then the next year them rise up the price. The next year them raise the price.
I think we should go back to the initial conversation with Kabu and Muta. Muta talked about critical thinking and individual thought, and then let your individual thought guide what you do. And that you don't always have to look to people on radio or in people who you consider influential to guide you. You have individual thought. You know what your experiences are. My concern, though, is that we're not preparing our nation to understand what's going on in the world. There used to be a time when Caribbean history was taken by a lot of students in the schools. Now, history is hardly being taught. Students are being told, what can you do with history? Their parents are telling them that. They are looking at the society and thinking about how to make money, and they don't see the connection between history education. Therefore, many of us in our society don't know what is called in history gunboat diplomacy. We don't know about the Monroe Doctrine, the Roosevelt corollary to the Monroe Doctrine. If you knew U.S. history, you would understand exactly what's going on. But those who don't learn from history are bound to repeat it. And as a historian, I'm appealing to the parents. I'm not saying force the school, but try to influence the school. I'm not saying they have to take history in an exam. I'm saying it should be like a foundation course. Because if you don't know where you're coming from, if you don't understand geopolitics, if you don't know the history around you, you're not going to know what to think. That is my appeal today.
All right, we'll soon get to you, sis. Yes, go ahead.
I think my question's already been answered, really. I was going to say that you suggested that we could agitate against the government, that we could let our voices be heard. A lot of people have said that. Use social media. But when we heard about the Cuban doctors and nurses, that's what we did. We spoke out. We agitated against the government. The government said nothing like that is going to happen. Yes. We went to social media. We did all of that. And today, the Cuban nurses and doctors have gone. And we're just here and we just accept it. It's just what it is. Yeah, they've gone. And that's it. Yeah, the next thing. So I was going to say, how do we avoid that? But you've said that there's nothing we can do about it, basically. And I understand what our sister is saying about educating the people, because maybe if more people made noise, but I don't know if more people could have made noise, because everybody railed up against the fact of the Cuban nurses and doctors going home. Everybody, put their voices to that argument, and it still happened. They've all gone home. Yeah, that's all. We can tell them that we said something, but nothing changes, and it makes you feel as if we are not able to do anything. We're not able to contribute. The other point I wanted to raise was in terms of prayer. Do you think that when our ancestors prayed, before we knew Christianity, before we understood about Jesus, when we knew our gods, our own gods, at that time, when we prayed, do you think those prayers were more effective? And do you think that those prayers motivated us to take action, to do something, because the God that we were praising or that we were worshipping was living inside of us?
You see, I can't tell you what my ancestors was praying to say the reason why it worked for them is because them prayed that way there, that way there. All I know say, them we did a pray over there, so are we over here so now? We there so now. And me did a pray over there, so you know. I am my ancestor who was praying to liberate myself from those wicked white people. And me come here so now. So there's something we who understand ourselves more now must examine about all of these things them that our foreparents was praying for or praying to. How the hell we reach over here so still? That is really it.
You know,
we don't want to face it, you know. We're not going to face it because we say we get more conscious now. But look upon all of them people there, we pray. And now the prayer make them rise up against them people there, you know. And now the prayer make Taki rise up. Maybe use that as a little thing.
Bookman in Haiti. But Muja, you
Bookman
know,
in Haiti.
I think we're at a point, but look at Haiti today. We're at a point now, this is where, we could go on forever, and you told me that if I kept you here after 4 o'clock.
No, I don't want it dark up and reach.
I know.
I don't want it to get dark.
So I'm watching the time on your
No,
behalf.
the way I do it, but don't make it
but
dark.
Muja,
I have to go sleep by your yard.
Yes, you said that, and I said,
Yeah.
Jackie, it's always cool to because I know Jackie.
Oh, so what to me?
No, you go to, but because Jackie, we know how Jackie flex, man. So look, so,
No,
so,
well, me will sleep on top of you. Me don't know it go. Me don't know it go. I mean, I just I say that.
he was going to get there sooner or later.
No, but me don't say that.
But, no, you never said that.
Yeah.
Muja, I think it's a good place to wrap this segment because this reasoning will continue in our minds, in our minds, in our minds. The point I want to make is you said something here that we have to look again at what our ancestors did. We are our ancestors. That the prayers and how they fought for liberation there, but yet here we are. There was a song, many are still at the bottom, souls of black folks. And we seem to be fighting the same wars over and over.
Yes.
So we have been handed liberation at a place. The process of liberation is ongoing. What is it that we have not understood? What is it that we have forgotten? What is it that we are afraid to do? Because you talk about action, you say it has to be more than thought. It has to be more than word. Thought into words, words into action. But what is the action? And if the action has been for so many years marching, but Amilcar Cabral says, we can't, and you're the Amilcar Cabral of this time, and I hear you saying the very same thing. We can't continue to shout insults at imperialism and colonialism. At some point, we have to do the next thing.
Yes.
Is it that we are afraid to do the next thing?
I don't know if it's afraid. I think that we don't really structure the next thing. I don't think we're afraid.
We're not structured.
Yeah, we want to structure the next thing. Find out what's the next thing and structure. I don't think it's structure enough. Because it couldn't structure and so much things are going to Africa Rasta. Look where we're going in South Africa. Still. Look where we're going in the little youth that will rise up the other day, from Senegal.
From Senegal?
No, Senegal.
Sonko, or Faye and Sonko. Because Faye is a...
The youth in a problem with the Prime Minister now.
Yeah, Faye,
the President and him said the Prime Minister, it's the Prime Minister attack him now, you know.
But I put the Prime Minister in place?
The Cote d'Ivoire, Ivory Coast, them call it. It's them a fight against Traore, you know.
Yes. Yes.
See, so what we are
France?
saying is something where we are saying, but if him cannot do that, Who killed, what's his name there?
Patrice Lumumba.
Who killed Patrice Lumumba? Not
Well,
the same.
it's Belgium, but he was first of all betrayed.
Yes, so we have to really figure it out. We don't know if there's a one-way solution that me could have tell you, say. I mean, we can't tell you about the whole place.
Which might not be the solution.
That may I say, because they know me not have nothing to go sleep in.
Because we burn it in South Africa. Winnie Mandela made that decision. And look at South Africa today. So the point is, what is the next steps? Not the one thing.
It's going to be organic. It's going to come. We're going to know when it comes. That move, it will come.
It all come.
It will come to love and truth, perfect love and perfect truth. The society built upon lie, and lie the verse poison. And that's that poison humanity, and humanity live over poison. And the world have to justify Jesus. Because everything built upon Jesus. And wait, I can tell you something. Because the system, the church system, give me a moment there. Yeah.
The only thing is that you've all come very late in the proceedings in terms of asking a question. So to quickly, and then to Jawari, and then to Scott.
Yeah, because if you observe this, the society out there, so they tell you about Jesus, they tell you about the devil, and tell you about the Antichrist. So if we separate them, know what is Jesus, because Jesus is the one saying, as me spoke, everything going to come into being. And you don't get no justify from that time until now. I get be a persecution until now. And I try to justify Jesus. But they don't because they come for the end.
Rasta, listen to me now. Let's get real about this thing now. We have done some very serious and deadly things to ourselves as black people. Make us start with Traore, and how the man established himself and showed the way he used Marcus Garvey's powers and establish in people. Look, Pan Kenya now, I'm bringing back the French boy, dirty white batty boy, to come into him country, come and talk about $27 billion worth of investment. We black people are good at destroying ourselves. Instead of we decide to come together as African nations now, back to our and do our things, you see what to do? We turn around and bring back the slave master. In our country, the same problem. Bob Marley and them man put some serious music. I love you same way. Yes. But I tell you, stop my tell the truth. The worst evil on earth is Donald Trump and Netanyahu. And please, Master God, kill them as I speak.
No. Quickly.
Yes, Muta. To the prayer team. What the difference in terms of prayer in the West and Sankofa in Africa?
Sankofa in Africa, prayer in the West.
You mean prayer in Africa?
No, he's saying what's the difference between prayer and Sankofa? He's looking at... Right, so he's making... So you understand, Scott? So he's saying that prayer and Sankofa too... No, well, he says two different things. Sankofa is a whole system of way of being. But Sankofa is a... All right, okay, go ahead.
Sankofa is not a hope. Sankofa is a bird.
It's a way of being.
It's a way, it's like you're going, you're moving.
Right, and it's an entire process
you have to step back to go forward.
Yeah.
It's that you're doing. It's not for prayer. You don't have to pray to appreciate the concept of.
You look at the mistakes, and it's what you have been talking about all day, which is to say, what are the mistakes that we have made, and how do we use the lessons from those mistakes to impact positively the future. Muta, you have to, and before you're drained more, we're going to, thank you so much for this conversation, this discussion, this reasoning. I think we're going to need part 2 and 3 and 4, and however we do it, we need to do it, because this is just literally introducing the thoughts, introducing the ideas, and this gathering, this space, and the conversations we're having, this is action. This is doing. We had to bring our bodies here. We had to put all of this together. People came from far and wide. A lady was here from Old Harbor, was here before all of us. You have something to say quickly? All right. So the point I'm making is that how do we define action and what do we do with what we have learned today? Because this in itself is also action. Yes.
Greeting my sister, greeting my brother, and greeting to all ones that are here today. Well, I am from the house of Seba, waving Trelawney, and I need to come up here to give my little piece of how to maybe come across. I think that we are not going into the school that much to elaborate on what he's saying here today. We need to go into the schools, go maybe make some flyers, or maybe go by the bank, set up like a booth somewhere, because we want a change. And change doesn't mean that it comes to you right away. Change means to say we have to have some teachers who go there, but not a teacher, but a teachers who go in, natural teachers who go inside the school and speak of what we are having here today and get the connection of the young youth them coming up so they can talk about it to their friends and to their mother, and that is the right way we think we have to start.
That point is well taken.
A virgin who teach at a certain school, I don't know if I'm there, Him there? All right. After me and him plan everything,
is you?
Are you? All right, sir. After we plan, say, well, I go down to the school go down because of your views. All right. So I say, well, that's how it go. After me, you say the virgin is now the principal of the school. Where the virgin? I don't let them say right.
Principal!
Can't believe that.
Inspiration, yes. Muta, we're going to move now to the next segment with your performance. Because you're going to do a few more. Oh, you want? Yes, you did, and we have Professor Verene, so we can do Professor Verene to open the segment and then have you, because it was supposed to be back to back. But we'll hold it so you catch your breath. And we'll have Professor Verene Shepherd. So let me go here to, yes, we can close and open. So we're going to close and open.
So what we are doing? Verene Shepherd.
Yes, yes. So Professor Verene Shepherd, my sister, my friend, social historian, and someone who has been on the battlefield as a scholar activist. We don't have many scholar activists in Jamaica. Professor Verene Shepherd is walking in the footsteps of Walter Rodney. We appreciate that from her. We appreciate the work that she has done and continues to do across the globe, and always centering Jamaica in that process. Prof, if we say any more in terms of introducing you, it's going to take all day, but suffice to say, Professor Verene Shepherd, can we have a big round of applause for her, please?
Short, so he has to bring it down to my level.
All right, and while that is happening, once again, just remind you to share the live link across your networks. We are streaming live across multiple networks from this space. So share it across your networks. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Sister Kabu. Thank you, Muta. Greetings, everyone. And I'm really glad to be here. As Kabu has said, some people misunderstand what academics do. But if you know our background, and I'm from Africa in St. Mary. That's where I was born. On the other side of Kabu, Hopewell. If you know why we have to use all means that we can to get out of poverty, one way is through education. But once you get what you want to get from education, you know you have to do the next thing, which is give back. And that is where I stand, and I stand on the shoulders of my ancestors. And I want to big up David Wilson, also Kabu, Muta, and all the Pan-Africanists who are gathered on the grounds today. I want to pay respect to those who are ensuring that books are there for us to buy, that African clothes are, I see, yes, I can see African clothes on display, because we have to support the people who are trying to keep us connected. And I also want to big you up for your patience and your respect that you have shown to everyone who has taken the mic, and I hope you'll extend that to me as well. So as I stand here among all you beautiful people gathered here beneath the blue skies, in the cool breeze of my own parish, I feel, you know, Kabu, an unusual calm in my spirit. Because in the spaces I occupy, there's a lot of provocation. And so I feel an unusual calm in my spirit today. It is as if the protection of the ancestors is chasing out the negative forces of Babylon that always threaten to steal our joy, not just my joy, but our joy. So I say, oh ancestors, let this feeling linger far beyond today and bring us back here in this space more often. Especially now that we know what calm and spirit work feel like. So because of you, we are. And that's really important. And speaking of ancestors, I speak today as a descendant of the Tikar people from what is now Cameroon, who were taken against their will to Jamaica. And I also pay respects to my great-great-grandfather, Alexander Mighty, who was born into chattel enslavement in 1829 in St. Catherine, Jamaica. I honor the enslaved men, women, and children who worked on Hopewell Plantation in St. Mary, Jamaica, long before it became a land settlement, was renamed Africa, and where I later grew up. Kuba, Mimba, Sue, Delia, Wanika, Ben, Ned, James, Cyrus, enslaved by the British enslaver Grant, mortgaged to the Hibberts, who got compensation of what today would be £5.6 million for the 428 enslaved people on the property, while the enslaved got nothing but freedom, important as freedom was. And the women whose name I just called were some of those women whose wombs, according to Professor Jennifer Morgan, represented another middle passage, the middle passage that carried future enslaved Africans. Think about that, 2 middle passages. In this same vein, how lovely it is that my St. Mary High School sister from the other side of Hopewell has brought me here to remind me that there's another world outside of the UWI, outside of Kingston, outside of academia and the United Nations. A place where peace resides and that feeling does not have to go away, can be carried with us. So here I am among kindred spirits because Kabu chose you. So if Kabu chose to advertise and to invite you, then you're a good smuddy, good people. And here we are at 582 to launch and to open 582 Hertz live. 582 Hertz being the frequency of healing and deep thinking, an open-air cultural and intellectual gathering where philosophy, music, poetry, storytelling, and artistic expression converge beneath the open skies at this historic Rio Nuevo Village. Rio Nuevo is hallowed ground, I have to say, home to the pivotal battle of Rio Nuevo. No, not in this particular, you don't see the monument here, right here, but it was a big property. And so on another part of it, you see the evidence of the monument and the storyboards to the Rio Nuevo battle because it was a pivotal battle, a conflict between Spanish and English forces on Jamaican soil. But it's not only important for that because we didn't want either of them here, right? But the monument is just merely, a relic of the past. But it's also, this spot is a beacon that draws history enthusiasts from around the world, eager to walk in the footsteps of warriors and to imagine the fierce fight for freedom and sovereignty, because our ancestors also fought. The air here is thick with the echoes of a time when the fate of an island was decided, making it a pilgrimage site for those who cherish history and freedom. The story of Rio Nuevo, from its pre-Columbian roots to its current status, is a microcosm of Caribbean history marked by indigenous peoples' cultures. It's marked by European colonization, African enslavement, and the long, complex journey towards sovereignty and self-definition. Each phase of its history has left indelible marks on the landscape and the people. So I want to say congratulations to all the initiators of this project in this space, a space for reflective dialogue, deep thinking, improvisation, and an exploration of indigenous knowledge systems through shared human exchanges beyond the boundaries of formal institutions and digital noise. Where reasonings with philosophers, cultural artists, critics, musicians, scholars, storytellers, and independent thinkers whose works challenge conventional narratives and expand public imagination can take place. Formal institutions have their place. We all know that. We all went to school. They give us the certificates, degrees, and access to knowledge that we crave. But it is on us, scholars, to decide what happens beyond graduation. And I make no apology for following my poor parents' mantra, their directive that all 10 of you must go to school. Yes, we had to also carry bananas to wherever they were buying banana in St. Mary, and the cocoa to put out. But we did that before we went to school. I look forward to being a part of the reasonings that will take place here, a place described in Kabu's invitation to me as, and I quote, this rustic, natural, and deeply historic atmosphere which holds the memories of the very first peoples of Jamaica, from the Austinites to the Tainos, ground zero of the battle for the island between Britain and Spain, and later one of the sites of Britain's centuries of brutal enslavement of African people. Now reclaimed by Jamaican entrepreneur David Wilson, Rio Nuevo Village is actively engaged in reclamation, restoration, and balance, making it the ideal space for 582 Hertz Live. Kabu, you got tired to see my face here in this space. I declare the sacred site of memory and endless possibilities officially launched, a place of energy, vibration, and frequency. Ashe.
Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you so much. Really appreciate that. Thank you for coming out again. And you heard in Professor Verene Shepherd's speech what this process will be. And I hope that you will join us on this journey as we seek to gain answers, to shift the narrative, to shift the paradigm, and to reclaim ourselves. Tapping into some of what Mutabaruka said about asking the questions that are necessary at this time. I think this is where we are at, a place of questioning, and we must answer those. Thank you so much, Professor Shepherd. I will be very happy to be tired to see your face. I don't think that is ever going to happen. We have worked together for so many years, over such a long time, and I look forward to the journey. Thanks to David Wilson once again for facilitating this and for allowing this to happen. Roger Hasfall, my brother, how you doing, Concrete Hasfall? I see John, I feel good, because I see the look on. Yeah, I feel really good. Thank you so much. I'm very happy to have my friends around me, my brothers and my sisters. And I see my friends in the audience. Hi, Joan. See you over there. Hi, Earl. And I know Larry is there, too. Now, we're going to go into a second segment of poetic philosophy from Mutabaruka. I refuse to call Muta a dub poem. You know that, a dub poet. I don't think that is something that you
Don't say it.
You're not saying it. I'm not saying it. So the second segment of poetry from Mutabaruka. I hope he performs for a long time. I hope he gives us many poems in this segment. If you agree, a big round of applause. Enough poem for Muta, right? Everybody agree? Woman must give Muta what? Okay, all right. The mic. Here, take this mic, Muta. So enough poem for Muta. I'm having book with him. Muta, please. Many poems. Thank you so much. Until the sun go down.
Your mouth now gonna make me read too much poem, you know, trust me. All right, so we're gonna read the poem from the book. As me say, I kind of really a shift, as you hear Kabu say, I kind of evolve, you know. If you never there before, I tell the people them say, I feel like I want to go out there without the music. Because I'm a poet. And we don't know which part else me for going in the world. For go to poetry with music. Because I've been there and I've done that. So I want to start over now a new chapter in my poetry life by touring without the music and go up on the same big festival them and do the same poem them. We have been doing it for years, but now we decide, say, that is what we want to do. And we're going to do it. So, we're going to read some poem. You so we're going to read some poem. Okay, so here we go. When I speak, do you feel weak? When you hear my thoughts, do you feel caught in a web of hopelessness? When I say black, do you feel it's an attack or a lack of understanding on my part, or just wrath coming from me? When I say whitey, do you consider that bigotry? If I said I didn't smoke or take coke, would you take it for a joke and cry and wonder why I told such a lie? Would you call me a brute if I wore a suit? Don't disturb my poem, Richard. Make a come again. If I said I didn't smoke or take coke, would you take it for a joke and cry and wonder why I told such a lie? Are you upset because my poems make you sometimes fret about the future of things to come? Would you call me, would you call me a, see, I don't like read from book here. Okay. Would you call me a brute if I wore a suit or said I was cute? If I said I am not interested in religion, would you consider that an extension of my misconception about what you think of me? Do you see what I mean? If I said I didn't smoke or take coke, would you take it for a joke and cry and wonder why I told such a lie? Are you upset because my poems sometimes make you fret about the future of things to come? Would you call me a brute again if I wore a suit? Do you think I would be a better writer if my poems were lighter, spoke more about nature or some adventure that gave me pleasure? Would you love me more if I spoke about the women I adore and talk less about the poor? Now, after listening to this, are you looking for a twist or just another rhyme in the next line? Solutions that you seek will not be in the streak of a pen or 10 lines of mine. The problems are the same, But don't blame me because I see that part of reality that pains and stains the heart. I came into this life with neither guns or knives. I made no laws with all its flaws about what's wrong and what's right. So don't blame me if I see what is it that you feel in misery. I did not create it. Now, tell me this. Tell me this. Would you cause, if I cause a riot, would you prefer me to be quiet? Would you? I want to read. I forget you so reading from book, you know. Now, some years that years ago, I do an album with one poem on it. We do have no music. And believe you me, I'm vexed because that is the poem everybody play. After I spend almost thousands of dollars to make the album, call band, call this book studio, and all them stuff there. I'm going to come find out, say, everybody has said, I that one day, no, I that one day. I have no music at that one day. Maybe that is one of the reasons why I say, I will see it start, just read my poem them. I have done this poem in so many places and so many words. So we're going to try to read here out of the book. This poem shall speak of the wretched sea that washed ships to these shores, of mothers crying for their young swallowed up by the sea. This poem shall say nothing new. This poem shall speak of time, time unlimited, time undefined. This poem shall call names, names like Lumumba, Kenyatta, Nkrumah, Hannibal, Akhenaton, Malcolm, Garvey, Haile Selassie. This poem is vexed about apartheid, racism, fascism, the Ku Klux Klan, riots in Brixton, Atlanta, Jim Jones. This poem is revolting against First World, Second World, Third World, division, man-made decision. This poem is like all the rest. This poem will not be amongst great literary works, will not be recited by poetry enthusiasts, will not be quoted by politicians or men of religion. This poem is knives, bombs, guns, blood, fire, blazing for freedom. Yes, this poem is a drum, Ashanti, Mama, Igbo, Yoruba, Nyabingi warriors, Uhuru, 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 Namibia, Uhuru, Soweto, Uhuru, Africa. This poem will not change things. This poem needs to be changed. This poem is a rebirth of a people, arising, awakening, understanding. This poem is speaking, have spoken. This poem shall continue even when poets have stopped writing. This poem shall survive you, me, it linger in history. This poem is time, only time will tell. This poem is still not written. This poem has no poet. This poem is just a part of the story. His story, her story, our story. The story is still not told. This poem is now ringing, talking, irritating, making you want to stop it. But this poem will not stop. This poem is long, cannot be short. This poem cannot be tamed, cannot be blamed. The story is still not told about this poem. This poem is old, new. This poem was copied from the Bible, your prayer book, Playboy magazines, the New York Times, Reader's Digest, the CIA files, the KGB files. This poem is no secret. This poem shall be called boring, stupid, senseless. This poem is watching you trying to make sense from this poem. This poem is messing up your brains, making you want to stop listening to this poem. But you shall not stop listening to this poem. You need to know what will be said next in this poem. This poem shall disappoint you because this poem is to be continued in your mind, in your mind, in your mind, in your mind. So, poetry, I say, only for you, I try it out. Every poem Every song is a poem put to music. So if you can't do your poem without music, something wrong. We know Kabu is a poet too. She not tell you about she have book out too. And I might just call her to do her poem. I mean, no. You know what I head? Say it on the paper. Use your head and file the paper. No, Roger, do something else. We give thanks for the time and the energy where the sister put in this thing here. And I feel so it was a success. It was a success. You know why I say so? Because when I come here, I see some people gather up on the underneath this thing here. And it was the band. And I said, right till. They mean say the whole of you have a whole half on this little place. But now that when I look around, it go on good. It go on good. We really appreciate that. Appreciate it. So, we have a poem here where we don't know if you can get involved in it. If you say the system is a fraud, I have to hold up my hand when you say it though. The system is a fraud. The system is a graveyard. And if you walk downtown at night, you feel for fuss and fight. And if you walk uptown, the people them frown. The system is a fraud. Some of them reach half a tree, then start to fret already. What a day when the pendulum swing. What a day when the well run dry. And the children ask you why. And the people them a ball and sit and just a call it either you go or die. I say the system is a fraud. And you listen to the news, you get confused. You watch TV, it's the same thing. What a day when the pendulum swing. What a day when the well run dry. And the pit and the mitten, we all live in it, and the game is the same. Who is to blame? The system. The system is a fraud. Meanwhile, uptown the DJ play. All this what good is I say. A belly full, but we're hungry. A rain a fall, but the dirty tough. A pot a cook, but the food not enough. Them a dance to the rhythm of the sufferer. Them a dance for no fret. Them a dance forget. Them a sing, man. What a day when the pendulum sing. What a day when the well run dry. And the children ask you why. And the pit and the mitten, we all live in it, and the game is the same. Who is to blame? The system. The system is a fraud. I said the system is a grave.
Mutabaruka, Buddha, thank you so much. Yes. Ask me. You want to ask me on the mic?
Are you an AI?
But remember, AI is anti-intelligence for me, you know.
No, I saw your honor posters. Flyers.
Very AI, but look,
Okay, I just thought why here.
remember now, you know, we can do our own posters. We can use our own thing there, you know. We can do our own posters now, you know.
I say no, I just want if you was.
And then as I was saying, to keep you looking handsome and as you are, I had to make AI go and work with my thing. So every time we put it in AI mess up one face, either mine or yours. So I said to Nia at a point, said, no, make AI go and mess up mine because we're not messing up Muta today. So that is why I'm out there looking like that. On the chat GPT posters. Yes. So Muta, remember, so this is how the jobs are going to go.
You see when
graphic designing jobs going to go.
You see when me look on it, I say, why Kabu never put her picture up on the thing?
I am on it.
Can I realize I know she
GPT.
say. Oh, everybody are chatting up on GPT.
On GPT. So that's how we use AI now. Well, It was very cheap. But it was, it was very cheap.
You have a whole heap of them, right? So that means you come on.
No, me have a whole heap of them. Chat GP. Oh yes, or just one because you know I got Claude and you know. And,
so that means you
Gemini.
come on talk to you and believe you me talk to.
What Muta said.
All right,
Listen, thank you so much, Mutabaruka, my friend and my brother. Thank you so much, Mutabaruka. A big round of applause for Mutabaruka. Thank you. Listen, I know that there are many. Thank you for coming out. Thank you so much. And I know that so many of us want to say something or do something. And I've been getting requests from poets who are on the ground and musicians who are on the ground to do something. But this is a very, very principled, very, very highly principled event. And we want to set it that way at the launch, which means that we start at the time we say we're going to start, and we end at the time we say that we're going to end. And I know it is rough. People are not ready to go. Let me see who's ready to go. Hands up, who's ready to go? Or who's not ready to go? Let me see your hands up. By one, applaud if you're not ready to go. Don't want me to go about that motor, how this all go. Before call water asphalt before. No. Concrete asphalt. Microphone, sir. Because Rastakura, stand by, sir. You see another poet in the audience? Raspadation, stand by, sir. House of Siva, I see you, my brother. Here you go.
Greetings, everybody. All right, don't know where another great man, so big up yourself, Mutabaruka, pioneer. This is a mind-liberating event, you know. And it just took me back to a poem I do over 20 years ago, the name Liberating Our Minds. And it goes so. Ancestral spirits floating high, lovely moon in the sky, feeling at ease when the sun rises in the east. Me feel like me are the best, knowing that the sun set down a west. I just a dance in a rain for wash away my sorrows and pain. Let's liberate our minds, liberate our minds in this time. Let's liberate our minds, liberate our minds in this time. Interesting times we are living in. The world becomes one as each day passes. Communication networks creates a global village. Technology advancing the way how we live. Better get ahead than lagging behind in the van of no progress at all. Uniting we stand, separating we crawl. Marcus Garvey, father, black nationalism, teaches the relevance of organizing. Rastafari, Earth's great ruler, exceptional qualities of a world leader. Baldhead, Christian, Muslim, Rasta, band together and secure with future. Let's liberate our minds, liberate our minds in this time. Let's liberate our minds, liberate our minds in this time. We need an education, revolution, only way to liberation. Once you pass through an institution, play your part and build this nation. This is a call for participation in the development of our country. In order to move along, we have to do it in a unity. First, them reform constitution. One exists now, outdated one. This may face opposition. Necessary step in a new direction. Let's liberate our minds, liberate our minds in this time. Let's liberate our minds, liberate our minds in this time. as we move inevitably in this 21st century, we have to take the teachings and the philosophy of Marcus Mosiah Garvey. We have to use it practically, uplifting the vibes of the black family. Remember, one God, aim, one destiny. The ends we serve for all will take us in eternity. Let's liberate our minds, our minds, our minds. Liberate our minds in this time. Let's liberate our minds, our minds, our minds. Liberate our minds in this time. Yes, I. Blessed.
Thank you so much. That's Concrete Asphalt. He didn't come for this. Roger Asphalt. Rasta Kura is in the house. Rasta Kura, and then right after Rasta Kura, Raspadation. Rasta Kura did ask before you, so you just joined the line. Listen, it's because our guests do not want to leave, and so we're just holding space. Yeah, that's okay. There you go. Rasta Kura, my brother.
Give thanks. Give thanks, Kabu, Mahat, Keru. How you feeling? How you feeling? How you feeling? Rastafari, Selassie, Rastakura, Royal African soldier for life. Give thanks, see? Listen. I know Rastafari glorious. Because the seeds when we sow them prosperous. Yet wicked people around were envious. Them put clock in on me way, but me use them as hurdle. Them want plant me like a seed and me grow like a tree. Them want push me round a back, but me stand up like Rosa Parks. Sit down on my seat and tell them about them Rastafari. Me get pushed down the hill, so we gonna learn a new skill of all a meditation and just go and build, because enough simple things a lot of youths get killed. But I know Rastafari glorious, because the seeds when we sow becomes a forest and just a flourish and a replenish without blemish. Everything when we touched on goal, so bold, so me just stay focused on the goal. Be true to self, be real to the mission. The journey may be long, so we just got to be strong. And with the strength of the Most High, we go on and on. Such the cycle of life, running like the river, straight from the source of life. We learn love is the greatest force. Experience the teacher in the classroom of life. To rule the jungle, the lion got to fight. To rule the stages, the poets got to write. To all these pages are the real battlefield. The wisdom gain is my guide and shield. I'm so special, and I know I'm the chosen one. The struggle's designed to make me who I am. I'm not afraid to take it and touch it with my hand. In this little black book, I will write the world's favorite song. I am descendant of Mali, Garvey, King Selassie. Teachings never leave me. I'm so confident, Empress Menen will not deceive me. Lead me to greener pastures. Drink the water from the spring and get the pureness from within. Every God knows laziness is the worst sin. So I act on my activity to remove captivity, emancipate myself from all negativity. Soar like an eagle, you were born to fly. All other concept is a total lie. But I know Rastafari glorious, because the seeds when we sow them prosperous. Yet wicked people around were envious. Were envious. When cane juice spoil, it turn wine all the time. Double the market value and twice the effort. So yes, I know what Rastafari worth. So I observe the trees while I study the earth. Inhale the breeze. Inhale the breeze. Then exhale to exhale. Selassie, Rastafari, one Rastakura, Royal African soldier for life. Give thanks. Respect.
Give thanks, Rasta Kura. The poets are in the house, and that's a good thing. Raspadation, my brother. You see, the poets are always ready.
What happened on the Zang was wrong. They took them far from where they belong. What happened on the Zang was wrong. In the seas they were slain for profit and gain. What happened on the Zang was wrong. They treated people like chattel. What a sad, shameful song. Human lives turned into cargo. What happened on the Zang was wrong. They took them far from where they belong. What happened on the Zang was wrong. The trip was terrible, miserable and long. What happened on the Zang was wrong. The captain looked hood, make a calculated decision. Cold choice, clear vision. He knew he could collect compensation for every African thrown in the ocean as they took them far from where they belong. Disease prolonged and killed many as they traveled along. Black bodies insured, brought back black lives not assured. What happened on the Zang was wrong. Over 200 Africans drowned for insurance claim. Treated like commodities, we don't even know their names. They took them far from where they belong. What happened on the Zang was wrong. The trip was terrible, miserable and long. What happened on the Zang was wrong. After Olado Epiano spoke, Granville Sharp woke. The silence broke. The truth of this tragedy traveled far across the sea. The Zang exposed the wicked trade in people for all to see. The vice against slavery shook the halls of hypocrisy. The voice of justice roared loud and strong, saying what happened on the Zang was wrong. In the sea they were slain for profit and gain. What happened on the Zang was wrong. From the courtroom game to public shame, this was no last of cargo for insurance claim. This was mass murder. And everyone could see that 200 black souls were massacred at sea. But the memory was not lost at sea, because now the sea sing their song. Cries from the Zang, echoes far and long, singing what happened on the Zang was wrong. What happened on the Zang was happening all along. What happened on the Zang was wrong. The Zang was wrong. Zang was wrong. Wrong, wrong, wrong. Slavery was wrong. The trade in Africans was wrong. What happened on the Zang was wrong. Now the sea sing their song. What happened on the Zang was wrong.
What happened on the Zang was wrong. A soulful poem, my brother. A soulful poem. That touches the souls of black folks are still lying in the seas.
Aye.
Remind me of a name.
Naja Inai.
Naja Inai?
Naja
Inai.
Naja Inai.
Look at, oh, Naja Inai.
Naja
okay,
Inai.
there you go, there you go. The
Greetings,
points are
gods
done.
and goddess, kings and queens, man and woman. Greetings. The Jah Inai is the name. And I'm bringing you something that I call poetry reality, which is poetry of reality. Poetry of my reality. And this piece that I'm going to share with you is called My Life, Your Life, Our Life. The Jah in I. Oh, we got this far in life. It hasn't been an easy journey. We've been through hell and back, but haven't been on a gurney. We got lost with the flocks because the shepherd was a serpent who took us down a path that kept the third eye from hoping. Yeah, there was hoping. I don't see the light and be awoken. Hey, cause they know that is proven. Control the mind, then the spirit will be broken. That's their stratagem. They got a plan well designed and they got it in motion. They're promoting a concoction of words called the King James Version. The Bible, that is how our mind got poisoned. The Bible, they use it to make us conform to them schemes and them scandals. You see, they needed us as slaves, and to get us to behave, they know that mind control is the main ingredient. That is why they stressed upon the part written about slave and servant must be obedient. I always wonder why the Bible was the only book I could get seen with. And if you get caught reading books about people with broad nose and wide mouth, you might get hanged, but you're going to get beaten. Now, they try to tell me that the Bible is life's map, but I never understood it till I burned it. Cause from it, truth was abstract. Now in it lies trap, to trap the mind like a vermin. It's not an experiment. History has confirmed it. It's written just like a script. Blacks were snatched from the African continent and got sold for cash, got loaded, and got sold for cash, got treated worse than trash for over 100 of years, and nothing has come from it. We went through inhumane treatments. We got loaded and shipped like shipments. We got shipped to the Caribbean, Europe, United States, or anywhere else that needed slaves, because black is the only race that could survive nature's element. It is because of the melanin in our skin pigment. So for that we got degraded and hated by a race that thought that they were enemy. Those who didn't got killed, got shackled, whipped, and raped, and then was given the New Testament. To me, that don't make sense. To me, that's insolence. So I follow my instincts. Yeah, I took the pages of Revelation about the beast and I roll my herbs. Higher pinnacles I reach when I put them in Proverbs. Now you might call me an atheist, a sheep without shepherd. But Genesis, the beginning, I don't believe a word. How comes the world was cleansed from sin and slavery still occurred? And the ones that did the translating, they are the ones that we call masters. And while they were busy transgressing, we were told to look above for answers. Jacob stole Esau's blessings with just animal furs. Yeah, we got to see through their metaphors. But yet, when my mind and yours emerge above the flood, we're going to be told that we are covered in sin and we need to be washed in Christ's blood. But I uncover their scheme when I look deeper in and discover that the cover is the color of my skin, and it's by whites I'm judged. That is why I denounce their God. They kill off my ancestors in the name of their God. They enslave those who could help them prosper in the name of their God. They say there is salvation in heaven for sufferers in the name of their God. My ancestors have been bamboozled. My ancestors have been robbed. That is why today the black race is in disarray. They're trying to replace what was taken away. All the hate that was displayed created this day where somewhere near, far away, some black child is suffering because their foreparents were born as slaves and they died with not even a dime to save. Cause all through their living days they work like mares, body exerting blood, sweat, and tears. But all they got was whip that tears, flesh like when meat sears. Or they got hung like chandeliers. And all when they're on their knees in prayers, they are the one in need of prayers. But no one seems to heed their prayers. It's like their prayers are falling on deaf ears. Or is it because the God that they're praying to is not ours, it's theirs? The Jah in I.
The Jah in I. And our last performance is going to be from the House of Seba in 2 segments, which we're going to hear from you first, and then we're going to see some fashion, right? Quickly. All right. House of Seba is in the house. Go right ahead, my brother. My brothers. House of Seba.
Greetings in the name of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie. Jah Rastafari. How good and how pleasant it is for I and I and brothers and sisters come forward. Yes, it's a precious ointment. So we do give thanks to be here. The House of Seba family and the Nyabingi crew, the IRFM family, Mutabaruka, Kabu. Yeah, enough respect to each and every one. Round and about, near and far. All right, I'm going to do one of my songs first and then we just go into some chant. False leaders, them are lead the children of the world into captivity. People, open your eyes and look, just can't you see? Go and read the philosophy of Haile Selassie I. Respect the prophet Marcus Garvey. Babylon lead the children of the world into captivity. Corrupt politicians, them a lead the people of the world into captivity. It's over 500 years long time and we need to be free. Come make we sing this song for black redemption. I and I sing this song to be free. Cause Babylon lead the people of the world into captivity. But my ask I, where shall I go? Ask I, where shall I go? Seeking a refuge for my soul. London Bridge just falling down. Mother Africa, we have to stand tall. Me not go stay around here, so till my back is against the wall. But me talk to the careless Ethiopian. Me talk to the careless Ethiopian. Run away, come away, move away from the sinking sand. We ain't no careless Ethiopian. We ain't no careless Ethiopian. So run away, step away, move away from the sinking. Yeah, man, a fire burn from Babylon. Yeah. So we see the wicked have a aim and we see them have a plan. So we say, me say the wicked have a aim and me know them got a plan. They want to hold the world and deceive the nation. Then telling everyone go get a vaccination. A computer chip power them put in a no hand. No matter who they are, we no stay where them from. A fireman they burn on the Illuminati plan. A long time they carry on a wicked Babylon. And now them come and fight. For me say Babylon now fight, fight, fight. Pagan a fight, fight, fight. The wicked them a fight, fight, fight. Babylon a fight against your children. Say come now my people, come make we start unite. Say stop from fuss, come make we stop from fight. Say let us organize and get centralized. Cause Babylon a, yeah man. Alright, so we're going to look at your being in the house. Cause you know what's set going on. Yeah. Over 400 years in Babylon, 400 years. The Rastaman are 400 years in Babylon, 400 years. And I never yet sees the fire till Babylon wall burn down. I will never yet sees the fire till Babylon wall burn down. The Rastaman say 400 years in Babylon, 400 years. The Congo man 400 years in Babylon, 400 years. And I never yet sees the fire till Babylon wall burn down. I will never yet see the fire till Babylon wall burn down. If a fire make we burn down colonialism, brimstone and fire are go burn down colonialism. The Rastaman now are in the light of King Rastafari. Brimstone and fire are go burn down colonialism. Red up the fire, make it burn down Babylonialism. fire make it burn, the colonialism. Say the Congo Manawa in the light of King Rastafari. If a fire make it burn, the colonialism. Say the wicked a pay more, them a pay more, them a pay more, them a pay more. And they when Rastafari get ready, they never pay more. Donald Trump him a pay more, him a pay more, him a pay more, him a pay more. When Jah get ready, him a pay more. Say the wicked a pay more, them a pay more, them a pay more, them a pay more. It's just a day when Rastafari ready, them a pay more. Say it's gonna be fire, at a fire na ya bengi fire. This is gonna be fire, at a fire na ya bengi fire. And everyone a go get him pay. Tell them say ask God into the word they have done. It is gonna be fire, at a fire na ya bengi fire. It is gonna be fire, at a fire na ya bengi fire. And everyone a go get it pay. Tell them say ask God into the word we have done. This is gonna be fire, at a fire na ya bengi fire. Brimstone.
As we come to the end of the event, let me just invite us all to dance Nyabingi. Those who can dance Nyabingi, please dance Nyabingi, because we've come to the end of the event for today. So sorry that we have to wrap, but we really have to wrap. So if you can dance Nyabingi on this last one, go right ahead. Do your little jig where you are. Hi Paul, how you doing? Do your little jig where you are as we go out with the house of Siva. Can we? Hello. So this is how we're wrapping things up. I see that there's some people who still don't want to go, including Muta. Muta wants to go. But we do have to wrap. We do have to wrap, my sister. Listen, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you to Rio Nuevo Village. Thank you to the North Coast Times. Thank you to Franklin McKnight. Franklin, I don't see you from Macomb, but I know you're here. Hey, Franklin. He's here? Oh, he's doing the podcast. So, he's doing his podcast from here. Awesome. I know. We have to wrap. We have to wrap. We have to wrap. House of Siba, thank you so much, my brother. Thank you so much, Siba. Thank you so much, Siba family. I see you in the back. Thank Thank you, Siba on the stage. Sorry to talk over the Naya Bingi. It is not disrespect, but we really had to go. I know some of my favorite songs that we're playing right now, but we don't have the time for saying enough things.
You know, make no mistake. I just one perfect love because we overturn, we run over a little time. So it go.
Thank you so much. How's my brother? How you? Eh? All is a blessing.
Give thanks once more to each and every one round and about, near and far. So as we can see what is going on in the Caribbean, and as African diaspora people, we don't really please with what go on. Some of you and I say we can't really do nothing about it, but may I tell you, the people have the power. I and I have the power, and the power I and I have, we have to use it. Especially I and I as Rasta. We cannot keep silent and watch the wicked that triumph over I and I people in this time. So the voice of the people is the voice of Jah Rastafari. So we say, enlighten all darkness as I and I beseech thee, O Jah. And by thy great mercies, defend thy night from all the perils and dangers of this day and night. To the love of the true living eye, Emperor Haile Selassie I the First. Continue to bless and sanctify I and I soul. Cause thy ever-living countenance to shine upon I and I soul. Save I and I thy children, thy sons and daughters, who put forth I and I trust in thee. O thou most high, never sleep nor slumber. Be a refuge itinerally, even in the time of trouble. And I will shout thy great and terrible name, Jah! Rastafari, Haile Selassie I the First. A father of the fatherless, a judge of the widow, is Haile Selassie I the First in his holy habitation. Or what Jah shall come, he will never keep silent. A fire shall go before him and burn up all his enemy. Running about, leave them neither root nor branch. Said the Most High God, Selassie, Jah! Rastafari. So and I say bless and sanctify, keep and care, even from that time, this time, forth and forevermore. So let the words of I and I mouth and the imitation of I and I heart forever be acceptable in the sight of the true and living eye, Kadamawi, Haile Selassie I the First. Father and mother of Iration, King Alpha and Queen Amigo, the beginning without an end, the first and forever, the ruler of the universe and the protector of all I and I human faith. So we say, blessed love Father, blessed love Mother, blessed love Sister, blessed love Brother, blessed love to all I and I ancestors. In the name of His Imperial Majesty, I, Jah Rastafari, do give thanks. One love, sister.
Thank you, priest, House of Seba, I so strong. Thank you so much to the House of Seba. Thank you to you all for coming out. I see that now we're ready to go. We're full, right? We're full. Earl, we feel good? John, we feel good? We're John, we feel good. All right, so it seems that we're ready to go now. All right, so we're going to go now. Larry, welcome my brother. Say hi to the rest of the family. Congratulations to the bride. We're talking about your business, but a circle. So thank you all for coming, Rastakura. Thank you so much to David Wilson once again, who is the owner, founder, entrepreneur, and a brother of the heart of Rio Nuevo Village. Remember that now you know where Rio Nuevo Village is. As David said earlier, you can come anytime. Come to Rio Nuevo Village anytime. It is open. There's so much here in addition to what you've seen in this space. The river opens into the sea. Zip lining happens here. Horseback riding happens here. And you see that's something that riding out there. That happens here. As a matter of fact, the ATV. And that happens, as a matter of fact, in the river. I mean, around the river, but not in the river. In other words, there's an island in the river where they actually can go. And there's so much here for us to enjoy. And it is our business. It is for us to enjoy. So please come in. And there's also a restaurant here, so you can get your meals to purchase when you come in. Please make this your family vacation spot whenever you come. 582HZ TV will be broadcasting many more. The event itself, 582, this is the first in the series. This is a launch. I want to say thanks to Mutabaruka for coming in, and thank you, Papa Kervin and the family and the team. Thank you so much for coming in. Always Papa Kervin, we go far back when RFM just opened from 1990. We're playing Papa Kervin. So Thanks once again, House of Seba. Thanks to Verene Shepherd. Thanks to Roger Hasford. Thanks to the team. Peter, what's the name of the oh, I should look. What's it? I'm going to put the microphone here.
Vedriti Studios.
Vedriti Studio. Thanks to DJ Kemar TV. Thank you, my sister. What's your name again? Remind me.
Kay. I'm Kay.
Thank you so much, Kay. Thank you, DJ Kemar. And thank you all for coming out. Thank you, Franklin McKnight. Who's this little one? She wants to say hello. Hi. Hey, how you doing? Do you want to say hello? Okay, come. You don't want to say hello on the microphone? Come on, come say hello. Make me say hello on the microphone. Thank you so much, Jawari. Is who that beside you, Jawari? What's your name?
My name is Ladine Hunter.
Oh, thank you so much for coming to say hello. Can we get a little hug? Thank you so much. I'm very happy to see you. Tell your friends about this. We're going to do it again very soon. Come with Daddy. Okay, all right. So, and to all the young ones who came out, thank you so much. Who did I leave out? Thank you all for coming through. Thank you, my sister Marva. We just say thanks. Thank you, David. We can't say thanks enough to David Wilson. I'm not seeing my brother, David, but I know he's around. Thank you, David. Thank you so much for allowing us the space and the time. I saw Jazazai. Is she still here? Thank you for coming out, Jazazai. Where's Majai? But we're going to do this again very soon. Travel safely home. Be careful on the roads. Look out for each other and look out for yourself. And we'll be doing this very soon again. We'll let you know in time. Get prepared. Thank you.